Hey, what's up everyone? Welcome to the series premiere of Resident Roleplay. This is a show where a group of friends and I get together and play a tabletop role-playing game, a homebrewed tabletop role-playing game set in the world of Resident Evil. I'm your host and GM, Raphael, and welcome to the session. As you guys could all probably see, I'm not sure how well it comes off on the stream cam, but I'm dressed for the occasion. I've got my umbrella shirt going. So, joining me is the main party, my group of players. If you all want to go around and give yourselves a quick introduction.
I'm Lauren. I will be playing Emil.
I'm Lisa, and I'll be playing Arklay.
And I'm Marquise, and I will be playing Katara.
Marquise. Alright, so, yeah, with the introductions out of the way, I think it might be about time that we get into this first session. How you guys feeling?
I'm feeling good. Audio sounds good. I'm ready to go.
Alright, yeah. Apologies for the slight delay in the start of the stream. There was some technical hiccups, which were completely expected, but we're going now. And just so you guys know, we will not be able to, because of the nature of this being a role-playing game and all that, we're going to be quite immersed and we will not be able to acknowledge the chat as often as we normally do. But hopefully near the middle at some point or at the end, we'll be able to take a little break and, you know, converse with the chat a little bit and do some Q&A type stuff if time allows it. So
I at least will be seeing the chat. I will not be responding though.
Yes.
So
yes.
So we will get those reactions going.
Yeah, that. So yeah, we will be seeing the chat, rest assured. All right. So, drawing us in, and of course, feel free to spam the chat if there's any technical issues going on,
Absolutely.
or I forget to switch the scene, as sometimes was the case during our test sessions.
I've got it open right now. I'm just waiting.
Yeah, you've got it open on mute.
Yep.
All right. So, let's change things up a bit here. So, bringing us in, just want to say to you all, welcome to Raccoon City. It's a meager Midwestern town with a population of little over 100,000. It exudes a bit of a blue-collar vibe with small businesses on every other corner and industrial factories all over its outskirts. The early morning hours sees the bustle of working-class citizens making their daily commute, with some traveling within the city and others taking the tram outside of it. The date is September 22nd, 1998. So, the early morning dew, a large gray bus that has just traveled across many city and state lines pulls into its station. Seated near the back is a middle-aged man with an unkempt head of hair and a full beard. He rouses awake as it pulls into its station. Emil, as you open your eyes and come to consciousness, you hear over the speakers, over the loudspeakers within the bus,
"This is our stop in Raccoon City. Thank you for riding with our service. Please watch your step as you exit the vehicle and be sure to retrieve your luggage from the compartment on your way out."
What do you do?
Grab my luggage. I'm headed out.
All right. So, you exit onto the outside of the station. It is Park Street, which you could tell from one of the maps just lying around the exterior of the station building is on the far west side of the inner city.
Mm-hmm. So, I'm just looking around. I know the address of where I'm trying to get, right?
You do have an address
And
on from one of the letters.
Where
you
is
have
that
exchanged.
pointing me to?
You don't quite know. You don't know the city very well.
Oh. All right. So I'm gonna go look to see if I can ask somebody to see if there's like a hotel or something I can stay at.
so
Is there
you're
anyone near me?
Well, yeah, there's a
I know
crowd of
different
people.
locals, not the people who just got off the bus.
Okay, yeah, a crowd of people just offloaded the
Yeah,
bus with
looking
you.
for
But
locals.
yeah, so you hit the streets. Make a investigation
Oh, here we go.
check. First
Okay.
roll of the series.
Investigation.
Mm-hmm. Yes,
Ooh. That's real good. That's real good.
Pretty good investigation check right there. All right. So you managed to find a couple of locals asking around. You're trying to discern the location of a hotel, you said?
Yeah, I'm just trying to find a hotel.
Okay, yeah. It's pretty easy. That's a pretty normal question for visitors to ask, and a couple of kind citizens point you in the direction of a hotel. You eventually, I'm assuming you eventually make your way there. So you find the place you're pointed to is called the Apple Inn. It's this rather meager setup, but it's the best the town has to offer.
Okay.
But yeah, so do you go into the inn?
I go into the inn. Head up to the front lady in the front desk.
Yeah, she sees you approaching. It's a rather slow day. Yes, sir.
I need a room for a week.
Okay, 1 week. Well, we'll be charging you about $50 a night for a room, so...
Can I pay her with my card?
Yeah, I guess it's assumed that you have a debit card of some sort, something where you could access your bank funds. Yep. So, are you paying for the whole week up front, or
I'll pay each day.
Okay, you'll pay per day. All right, so yeah, go ahead and mark $50 off of your funds.
Yep. Swipe. Right now.
Make a technology check. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. All right. So yeah, you've successfully booked your room. No problem.
All right, I head into my room, and oh man, I assumed that I would have taken one of the maps from when we first got off. So now I'm just gonna
those
study
maps
the map.
were mounted on the walls. They weren't exactly maps that you could grab.
At this hotel, are there any of those any tourist maps that I can just grab of the city?
Make a perception check. Oh, we just got ourselves a follow. Thank you very much to our follower. I'm afraid OBS is such that I can't see the preview window very well right now, but we appreciate it. Everybody give him a shout out in chat.
Hey.
All right, 16. That's not bad. That's perception?
Yeah.
All right, so you take a look around your room, and you notice there is a map for tourist-type folk prepared in one of these rooms, and you take it and give it a good
I assume it's on
gander.
the dresser.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm just going to sit there. I'm going to study the map. I'm going to try to learn the roads and see if I can try to triangulate where I'm at and where I need to go.
Okay. Yeah.
So I'm just in the middle of unpacking. I'm just sitting down, getting ready. I'm not going to be doing too much for now.
Okay. Yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and ask that you make just a general intelligence check just to see how well you comprehend the information you're taking in.
This better be good. Okay.
Not bad. But you study it over a bit, you get to know some street names, but you can't seem to it's like an inner city map, and you can't seem to find the location that you're looking for. You get the sense that it might be a little bit outside of the purview of this particular map.
Damn it. Okay. Pocket that map.
All right.
I want to. Well, I'm still going to be unpacking a little bit because I plan to stay here for a little bit, so I'm taking out all my stuff. What time is it?
You arrived in the early morning, around 6 or 7 a.m.
So I've got the whole day to do this then, yeah. So
pretty much, yeah.
I assume I unpack. I'm gonna head out and see if I can find a better map.
All right, yeah.
Or I can at least walk up to the lady in the front desk and ask her about if she knows where that address is.
Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, you approach her, and she's again pretty open. She looks up to you and says, "Oh, yes, hello again, sir."
I'm here looking for a friend of mine. Do you happen to know where this address is?
Oh, that seems to be on the suburbs. You'll want to head to the about the northeast corner of the town. It's a little bit outside of the inner city. It's in a little bit of a forested area. In fact, if you take the tram, you should there should be a stop in near the university. It's not too long of a walk from there.
That's fine. Thank you. I'll take the envelope back.
Okay.
I can tell where the tram is from this inner city map, though.
Yeah, there are tram locations marked all throughout the map.
All right, I'd like to head me to that L train and get me to wherever it is that we're going.
Okay, so you find the nearest station, which
And I want to read the maps of those too, just so I know where all the trains go.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, so you head over to the central station, and it's about 2 blocks north of the police station. You make your way there. It takes you a little bit of time on foot, but yeah, you eventually get there. You, observing the prices at the ticketer, you notice that it's $2 for a one-way fare, $5 for a day pass, and $100 for a month pass.
I'll take a day pass.
Yeah. All right. There are also, discounts available for children, seniors, and disabled people.
Well, I don't have any documentation for disabled.
Yeah.
But and I'm not that old.
Yeah, you're not quite that old. You're pretty old, but you're not that old. All right. So you take the day pass for $5.
Yep.
All right, Mike.
Yep.
Mark $5 off of your funds. This you're probably gonna have to pay in cash.
Oh yeah. Didn't done.
All right. So yeah, you mark off. So you pay up at the ticketer. You get yourself a pass for the day, and I'm assuming you get onto the tram and take it to the university stop.
Yep. Headed down to the uni. I'm going to uni.
Okay, so yeah, you get off at the station in the Cedar district, and from there you get down off of the station. You're not quite sure where you are. You're a little turned around, not being familiar with the city.
Mm-hmm.
But you know that you're at the right station, at least.
Yeah. I can always just take the trams back to my place if I ever get lost. And I know how to get here again, so. This was the closest area that you said that would get me to the forested suburbs area?
Yep.
Oh, man. So I'm just looking around trying to figure out which direction the foresty suburbs would be in. Can I find anything that would tell me which direction to go?
You see plenty of people walking the streets. You see a map mounted on a wall by the station.
I'm reading that.
You're looking at
Read all the maps.
Yeah,
looking at all the maps I can.
Yeah, so, looking at the map, it becomes apparent that there's a little forested area just north of the station that you're currently at. And that's the best you can tell.
Okay. So I have the general idea to go north. I'm gonna see if I can grab one of the locals and ask him about the address again.
Okay, yeah. Make an investigation check. All right. Yeah. You find a.
Oh wait! I added the wrong thing. That's 13.
Oh, 13?
Yeah.
Okay. Good to know. Yeah, you start asking around, but a lot of busy beavers around the university area, and you have no luck stopping one of them for their time. Yeah. But you get the general idea that the suburbs are due north of here.
Okay, I head that direction.
Okay.
Sticking to the main roads.
Yeah.
As much as I can.
Yeah. All right, so yeah, you make your way north. About a half hour or so later, you do eventually find a familiar street sign that you recognize as the street listed on the address that you have. So
good.
You follow that several blocks deep into a suburb, and you come to the end of a cul-de-sac. And the house at the end of that cul-de-sac strikes you as familiar. You've probably seen a photo of it at one point in time, and you recognize this as the Carmine household, a little 2-story residence at the end of the street.
Perfect. I'm gonna walk up to it and ring that doorbell.
All right, you ring the doorbell. A few moments later, and after some silence and waiting, you begin to wonder if there's anybody home, but eventually an individual does come to the door. The door opens, and you see a woman who's about a middle-aged woman. She's pretty petite, brunette hair. She looks a little worse for wear, but she seems familiar to you. You've seen her in a few photos. This is Maria Carmine, the wife of your brother-in-arms, Jack Carmine.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, she opens the door, and she kind of, looks you up and down and says, yes, can I help you?
Yes. My name's Emil Johansson. I served with your husband.
She has this kind of hesitant look in her face. And you notice as well that her eyes are kind of baggy. There's a few like off makeup smears. You get the sense that there's been a lot of crying and not a lot of sleep as of late in her life. But yeah, she just kind of looks at you like, oh, so you've heard, I'm assuming?
I have not heard. I am here simply because I have not. We have been keeping in touch, and he's dropped off the radar as of late. I'm just trying to find his whereabouts. We just want to know what happened to him.
We?
The other members of our unit. There's some other friends that we have who are worrying about Jack.
Oh, I see. Forgive my skepticism, Jack. He didn't talk much about his days in the army. Well, perhaps if you would like to come inside, we could talk in greater detail.
Thank you, ma'am. And I walk in.
Yeah, so she welcomes you in, and so yeah, you enter into the interior of her home. It's quite homey and warm, but there's this sense of emptiness and solitude kind of pervading it. When you walk in through the main hall after the entrance, you notice that it's decorated with photos, including many of your friend Jack Carmine in uniform.
Yeah.
So she ushers you into the living room and she says, is there anything I can get you to drink?
No thanks. I just want to know what happened to him, if he's okay.
So, Jack has been missing for 2 weeks now. After the first night I was worried, and by the second I did what you're supposed to do, and I filed a missing person report. But I'm afraid the police, they've made very little progress. And I can't say I blame them. Their attention has been divided between a lot of other missing person cases lately.
This happens often?
Not usually. I mean, I've lived here my whole life, but just these past couple of years, just all of a sudden, a bunch of people have been going missing. It's odd, and I never thought it would happen to us. But then Jack, Jack.
Did he say anything before he left? And did he make any sort of? Did he talk about anybody? Did he talk about anything suspicious or something that was like on his mind?
I mean, there wasn't much. I mean, he lived a pretty simple routine. He worked as a janitor at Raccoon University he's been working there for about 10 years. And then, after hours, he would often go to Jay's bar with work friends and come back home, and that was about the extent of it. Although, I guess, come to think of it, shortly before he went missing, he was talking about some new work opportunities with he was mentioned something about work opportunities with Umbrella. That was it. Yeah.
Umbrella, the pharmaceutical company?
Yeah, they're actually based in the area.
How about that?
Yeah. Which, of course, I was very happy about. I mean, this could have been our opportunity out of that dead-end job he's been in for so long.
That would have been very lucrative. I know of Umbrella through the medicines that they create, and that would have been very good for him. I wonder what would have happened. That seems like some progress that he would have made.
Yeah, it definitely would have been nice, but I'm afraid I haven't seen or heard from him since.
Well, I'll do my best to keep looking for him. I promise you I will do everything I can.
Oh, thank you, sir. Sorry, what was your name again?
My name is Emil.
Emil. Thank you.
No problem, man. And I'm gonna like shake her hand or something, and then
she
leave.
Warmly embraces your little handshake.
Yep.
So yeah,
No,
you leave.
I'm gonna leave. Yeah, was Raccoon University the university that I stopped at?
Yeah, that was the one that you're nearby to. But as you leave, you notice somebody calling for your attention. It's just like, excuse me, sir. Looking around, you notice on the porch of the house directly neighboring the Carmine household, there's what looks to be an African-American woman with dark curly hair, kind of standing out on the front porch smoking a cigarette. She calls for your attention.
Me?
Yeah, you. I'm sorry, I don't mean to be nosy, but I couldn't help but overhear some of your conversation back there. You know, a friend of my family is a police officer, or a detective particularly. He's been working on the case of these missing persons issue for quite some time. He might be able to help you if you're looking for Jack.
I guess I'll take any help that I can get. What's his name?
His name's Foster, Mike Foster. He's at the, you should be able to find him at the RPD station in Uptown.
Thank you, ma'am. And I'll be moving on.
Okay. Yeah, so you move on. All right, where are you heading?
I'm gonna go backtrack to the university.
Okay, so you backtrack to the university. It takes you some time, a good bit of walking, but about maybe half hour later, you eventually make your way back there.
I want to enter the university and see if I can find administration.
Okay, yeah. Make an investigation check.
I think that's still just a 3. Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, asking around, you're able to find administration, no problem, from various students passing you by and the like.
I would like to ask about Jack to see if his to get his kind of not his his work schedule to see what yeah, I just want to get as much information about Jack before I head off to that bar, because I want to make sure that I'm there when his friends get there, because I want to get to his friends and ask them.
Well, you start looking into it. That investigation check, it definitely allowed you to find the administrative wing of the university, but you run into a little bit of administrative stonewall. Go figure. Yes, the person in charge there just immediately stops you when you start asking them questions and says, "I'm afraid that's all privileged information, sir. We can't just, give all our employees information out like that."
Okay. And I walk away.
All right.
So now, I do want to head to that bar. I want to know if I saw it anywhere on the way.
The bar?
Yes.
Jay's bar?
Yes, Jay's bar.
Let me think about that for a sec.
I do keep an eye out for bars.
Yeah, I'd imagine. Unfortunately, this bar in particular, the areas through which he traveled were kind of downtown and kind of more of the commercial areas, or rather in some of the residential areas, so you didn't really see the any of the big sort of entertainment centers or bars or things like that. That would be.
So around. I assume his bar would be somewhere near both the home and the workplace. So I need a map of this area.
I
think the first thing I'm gonna
just do not know the area that well.
I think the first thing I'm gonna do is just I'm gonna ask a bunch of students if they know where the bar is. Students would know, right?
Okay, so you ask around.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you stop the first student you see, ask them about the bar, and they, you're I won't even make a roll for it. It's a pretty popular bar, Jay's Bar, so you're quickly able to find out from the crowd that you're in.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, you figure its location.
That way. Go on.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm going to, once I get there, I just want to ask the bartender if they know who Jay is. Or not Jay. Jay's Bar. I'm going to go to ask if they know who, if Carmine's a regular, then.
Yeah. So I take it you take the tram back to
whichever
city?
direction I need to.
Okay. Yeah. So the
there.
Jay's Bar is in uptown, kind of on the south of the main street that runs through the city. So
Okay.
yeah, you take the tram back to the central station where you had originally departed from, and
Nice,
you
what is it,
travel. Yeah, you travel it takes a good number of blocks southeast. Takes you about another hour on foot to get there. But yeah, you eventually, I think it's approaching about noon now, but you eventually get to that bar.
Got it. I'm just going to enter the bar, order myself a beer, and chat up the bartender.
Okay. Yeah, here's your beer, sir.
Do you know anything about a Carmine frequents this area?
Carmine. There's a lot
Jack
of people
Carmine.
who... Jack Carmine? Oh, first name's held. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I've seen him around. His name definitely sounds familiar. Lots of people come through here, though.
Well, he's gone missing. I'm just trying to see if I can find any useful information. If you can tell me anything, that would help. I'm a friend of his.
Yeah, sorry. Lots of people have gone missing, and lots of people have come to me looking for help, but while I do keep an ear to the ground, I can't say I knew him particularly well.
How often has this been going on?
What, the missing people?
Yeah.
It's cropped up about these past couple of years. I don't know, maybe the age has finally caught up with this city. Couldn't stay a peaceful little town forever. Hear about this kind of stuff happening all the time in big cities.
Alright, I'm gonna stay at this bar and see if I can wait for his friends to come.
You
See if I can overhear any conversations. I'm just sticking in the corner.
Well, seeing as it's about noon.
Yeah, I'm waiting for happy hour.
You get the sense that it'll be a good long while, depending on what
Got
shift
nothing else to
that
do.
Jack Carmine worked.
Got nothing else to do. I'm staying in that bar from now until it closes.
Okay.
Oh, how much did that beer cost?
That'll set you back about $5.
All right, I'm just gonna wait and see if I can overhear any conversation. See if I notice a group of people who come in during the happy hour. If they mention anything about Carmine, or if they sound like they're from the university.
Okay. No, wait, hold on. That's going well into the evening, I'm assuming.
I'm just waiting. There's nothing else to do.
Yeah. Well, yeah, except you did have that police detective lead, but
Check that out tomorrow.
All right, make a perception check. See what you can
Perception.
observe. All right, 19. Yeah. So come evening, around about like, I guess not too far into the evening, but around like 5 o'clock or so, a group kind of comes in that kind of comes in kind of loud and rambunctious. They catch your attention. After listening to the conversation for a little bit, you do get the sense that this might have been the same group that Jack Carmine would have traveled with.
Make my way over to that group. Wait for them to buy their drinks first. But
yeah, they've been here a good little while by the time you get the sense that they're the people.
that could be the group.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. I'm gonna head over to them and just kind of like saddle up with them a little bit.
All right, yeah, you saddle up.
It's like, you boys from the university?
Oh yeah, we're on the staff there. Why you don't strike me as a student?
No, I'm actually new here. I'm looking for a friend of mine. You may have worked with him. His name is Jack Carmine.
Oh, you're a friend of Jack's. Man, wasn't aware he had many friends besides us, of course. Yeah,
Sure.
yeah. Jack, he's been missing for a while.
That's what I've heard. I'm trying to find him. Anything you know about him? If
I mean, I'm afraid, man, I would like to help you, but I'm afraid that I just kind of knew him socially. We went to work together, came back together, to this bar just to get some drinks, and then he was back home. Family man type.
understood. And I'm gonna leave.
Okay, yeah, you leave.
Yep.
Okay.
And
so
I'm going to now. I'm gonna look for the police station.
You look for the police station. It's actually not far from where you're at. It's just about a block or two north, above Enterdale Street. And you.
Yep.
So do you enter the police station?
Yep. I'm entering the police station, and I'm going to
Wow, that's
ask
good
the
timing.
same questions I've been asking. All right. Asking the same questions I've been asking.
Okay, so you enter into
Carmine, you know him?
You enter
Where
into
is
into the RPD station. You see, first of all, this building is huge. You've never seen anything like it in a police station before. It's got this massive main hall with tiled marble floors and a big RPD logo kind of designed into the middle. There's a beautiful fountain statue of a woman holding a vase. The ceiling extends all the way to the building's roof, about 3 stories up, and you can see balconies going around the 2nd and 3rd floors. There's a front desk.
Be a bitch in this city.
Behind the fountain, you find a front desk where there's a pair of young female secretaries holding the fort.
I walk up to them. Ask about Jack Carmine.
All right. None of them have heard of seem to be familiar with the name Jack Carmine, and it's just, I'm sorry, sir. I wish I could help, but
he's one of he went missing about 2 weeks ago. He's one of the many that I have heard have gone missing recently. I'm just trying to find any information on him.
Oh, well, I mean, I don't know about obtaining information, but if you have any information to give, there is a detective who's been working on the case lately.
Oh, what's his name?
Mike Foster.
Yeah, if I could speak to him, that'd be great.
We could page him for you, and you see her start pressing some buttons on the machine at her side. And just as she goes to do that, you see the door directly behind her open up, and out barges this man with a solid brown coat over a shirt and tie, and he's just like, "All right, hold any calls I might have. I gotta head home about this time." And the secretary just kind of looks up. Excuse me, Mr. Foster. This gentleman is here to see you. And he stops in his tracks and kind of looks you over as he puts his coat on over. And he kind of looks you up and down and kind of hides this almost a look of contempt. You get the sense that he might think you're a bum of some sort. And he just
I'm standing up straight, Brad.
Yeah. But you still do kind of look like a bum.
I don't look like a bum. I might look like a bum.
And he kind of looks at you. He says, "No offense, sir, but I keep quite a busy schedule. So unless you have something immediate to add to one of my cases."
This is about Jack Carmine, please. This is about the missing person, Jack Carmine. I'm a friend of his. I'm just trying to find any information. I just want to know what happened to him.
Jack Carmine. There's the most recent one. Wasn't aware of too many affiliates of his. Tell you, I'm supposed to be getting home. Unfortunately, my daughter's been waiting for me. Okay, I need to.
This won't take too long, sir. I promise.
Step back into my office.
Thank you, sir. Then I'll follow him.
So yeah, he kind of ushers you back into the kind of bullpen area in the room from which he busted out of just a moment ago, and you see that it's kind of it's really busy in this area. First of all, lots of police still running around, doing lots of work. Mm-hmm. He kind of leads you back into his office, which is like a little bit of it's a small cubicle sort of setup with a mess of papers and files and documents all about it. And So, yeah, he kind of ushers you back there, and you see in his office, actually, that there's, he has a city map up on the wall with thumbtacks and pictures kind of pinned all over it. And he's just like...
Take a mental picture.
Yeah. You in these maps. So it's just like, listen, 12 people have gone missing over the past 2 years with no discernible pattern or MO. And even every so often, a body washes up on the bank of the circular river. I mean, couple that with the violent cannibal murders that have been going on in recent months, it's just...
Cannibals.
Yeah, cannibal murders. A lot of people have been eaten. Stars looked into it a while back, but nothing much came of it, at least as far as I know.
And you think this is related?
I don't know if it's related. I don't think it is, but, you know, all I'm saying is lots of crazy things have been happening around this town. You know, Chief Irons keeps telling me that this investigation into the missing persons is a wild goose chase. That people go missing all the time. But I've looked up the numbers. Ain't nothing normal about this many folks disappearing. Especially not in a town of our size.
What do you know about Jack Carmine?
I don't know much. No, he worked at the university. Know that he had a wife, no children. That's about it.
Do you know where he went missing from?
Can't say I know. From what I understand from the brief questioning I got with my wife, or with his wife rather, before
Drama.
before the chief told me to stop bothering with it, he seemed to have gone missing on his way back from work, or at least when that was the last time she was expecting to see him. Do you know anything that I haven't told you there about Jack Carmine? All I know is that
we've been keeping touch, and he just stopped sending letters all of a sudden. I know nothing more than any of the information you might have. I have the letter with me, right? Like, I have the letter and the envelope, and can I just show him the last
Yeah,
message
you show it
that
to
I got
him.
from him? This was the last thing that he sent before he went missing.
He takes
Or
it
rather,
like
before he stopped
he
sending.
takes it enthusiastically, looking over it, seeing if there's any leads he could discern about it. Do you happen to know what like the contents of the message might be?
No, I assume it would be
in broad terms.
I assume it would be mostly social. We just keep they would have just been sending messages back and forth, keeping up with the times, and any small amount of happenings that would have happened, we would have included it, but nothing more than like, hey, how are you doing?
Yeah. He kind of looks it over, doesn't really seem to get much out of it, but still, he's eager at the possibility of new leads. He looks up at you, he's like, so, what's your stake in this? Strikes me as a little bit far for a concerned friend type of situation.
We both serve together. We're worried about him. We have the rest of our unit are worried about
enlisted.
him. Yes, was.
Ah, I see.
You know the suicide rates amongst vets. It's worrying.
Yes, I'm aware.
So
have you visited his wife yet?
I have
Did she tell you anything?
nothing more than I already knew.
Something just doesn't add up about all this. What about, he kind of mulls over some papers on his desk, and he's like, now it's my understanding he's been working at that university for a long time. What about, do you think he was looking to...
He did she did mention something about a new job opportunity at at Umbrella.
Umbrella. Well, Umbrella does have significant interests in their university. I know they own a private laboratory on the campus.
Interesting.
If Umbrella's quite a big name in this city, I don't know if you know. Suggesting they're
I'm aware of
involved.
Umbrella.
Yeah, it ain't a popular thought that they might be tied up in this somehow. But come to think of it, if there are any, I hate to imply this, cover-ups of any sort going on, they're really the only ones around here who can afford it. Everything else is small business. So, he kind of thinks about it for a second. He says, Maybe that might be our line of approach. There is an inner city umbrella pharmaceutical center not too far from here. Say I check it out.
Well, if you ever do, I would like to accompany you. I'm quite interested in the whereabouts of my friend.
Kind of gives you a look, and he's like,
I have nothing else to do. I'm here for him. I'm in this town solely to find him.
well, I can't say I can't use the company. You sure about this? This is, in fact, my job, you know.
I have nothing better to do.
All right. I'll have you know that I do need to check in on my family at some point.
Absolutely understood.
If you wouldn't mind waiting, if you are to accompany me.
I gave him the address of the hotel that I'm staying at,
Mhm.
and I assume he can. I assume there's like a main phone line that he can call there to get me whenever he decides to leave.
All right. Yeah.
Probably tomorrow.
Yeah, probably tomorrow.
All right.
Yeah.
I give him all that information, and I'm going.
Yeah. So
Going
you're
back to my
heading
hotel
to pretty much settle in the inn for the night.
Yep.
All right. So yeah. So
Get my
you
bed.
part
Finish
ways.
unpacking.
Detective Mike Foster gets into his BMW and starts making his way back to his apartment. And hold on, let me just change up the audio a bit here. Actually, this will do fine. But yeah, he makes his way back to his apartment, and in downtown Raccoon City, he makes his way up the long flight of stairs up to the floor where his family is housed. It's a little 2-bed, 2-bath apartment kind of setup. And he takes his keys and heads in. He sees his son, Brandon, is on the inside practicing piano, as he so often does. And off to the side is a little girl, Arklay, if you want to introduce yourself and kind of give you a brief description of your character.
Okay. So, Arklay, well, I would be sitting probably off on the couch and sort of next to the piano, I guess.
Okay.
Just kind of sitting there listening to the music that Brandon is practicing. She's in her after-school clothes, red sweater, white pants, probably jogging pants, socks, and she's just sitting there listening
And
as if she's waiting for something.
anyway, he kind of Mike Foster kind of walks in, making a ruckus as he does. You know, he's kind of winding down. Takes his coat off, hangs it up on a hanger. He's just yeah, sorry I'm late, kids. I hope you guys helped yourselves to dinner. Just made some big progress on the case, or at least what I'm hoping to be. At least it's better than this stalemate I've been in for a while. How you doing, Arklay?
I'm okay. School is fine. Kids are still being dumb.
That'll warm up to you.
But Brandon's been practicing the piano.
Oh, yeah, is that right? He's getting awfully good at that.
Yeah, I think maybe he'll be able to go to Juilliard after all.
And Brandon just kind of looks over and is like, yeah, wouldn't that be something?
You'll do fine.
Just for immersion, what's he playing?
I don't know.
He's practicing an old favorite of Arklay's and his, the Moonlight Sonata. Yeah,
Of course it is.
Of course it is.
Yeah.
Both Brandon and Mike would probably notice this, but she is not wearing her butterfly pendant. That has a picture of her birth parents in it.
Yeah. Mike actually, he takes note of that, and it's particularly odd. He kind of looks you over for a minute before he notices it. He says, hey, where's your pendant at? Never seen you go anywhere with that thing.
It's in my backpack. I think I'm starting to lose hope that we'll ever find them.
His face kind of goes solemn for a second. He kind of leans down over to you. I'm assuming you said you were seated somewhere, right?
Yeah. She's seated on the couch.
Okay, yeah. He kind of leans down to your height and he's like, "Hey, no, don't go spouting that nonsense, girl."
We don't even know what happened to staff.
Yeah.
How are we gonna find people that disappeared over 10 years ago?
Listen, if there's any one thing I want you to come away with from me, it's that you can't lose hope. You understand?
Understand. She kind of looks down.
Now, listen, you know I took on this case because I got a personal stake in it. You know I want to find out what happened to Steph just as much as you do.
Yeah.
Now I may be making some headway. Now I'm gonna be pursuing some leads all tomorrow. So if you just wait patiently, maybe we'll find the answers that we're looking for.
I hope so.
And he kind of holds your hand a little bit, just, yeah, hold on to that hope, girl. Hold on to that hope.
Hey, have you heard from Lena about the kids?
I'm afraid I've been quite busy lately. Haven't had much time to keep in touch with Lena.
Okay, I should... Maybe I'll call her tonight.
Maybe you should. Anyway.
So she gets up off the couch. She walks away.
Mike kind of retires to his room.
Yeah.
And kind of locks himself away in there. It's been a long day.
Yep.
It's been a long day for him.
She places a hand on Brandon's shoulder and she's like, "Do you think we'll ever find out what happened to Mom?"
He kind of looks back over to you and he's like, "Well, I know I've known him for longer than you have, but trust me, Pop's pretty good at his job. We'll find something, I'm sure."
Brandon's, what, 18? He probably has his driver's license by now.
Yeah. I'll allow it.
She says, "Brandon, can you take me to Lena's?"
Right now?
Yeah, right now.
It's like 7 o'clock in the evening.
Okay.
Pops ain't gonna be too happy about me taking her around where he can't see you.
He'll be fine.
Alright. And he kind of, he kind of saunters over to the counter, the kitchen counter where Mike left his keys, and he's just like,
"Oh my.
I sure hope he doesn't need this." And he takes and he heads out. Do you follow him to Mike's car?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, yeah, he drives you over to Lena's house. No problem.
Okay. No drive skill required.
Yeah, I should probably make him roll for it.
Oh no. Oh no.
No, but in the interest of time, start a little late. I'm probably just gonna let this part play out. So, he's a responsible driver. He's taking a risk taking his dad's car. So he drives carefully, and he knows the way. Yeah.
Yep. Okay. So she gets out of the car once I get there.
Mm-hmm.
and she walks up to the front door. She knocks.
Okay. It takes a little moment, but eventually you hear the bustle of 4 children making a ruckus on the inside. Lena comes to the front door and sees you, and is just practically holding some kids at bay. Just like, calm down, you guys. Oh, Archaea, Brandon, nice to see you two. Brandon just waves in the back.
She immediately hugs her.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, she ushers you both in. It's just like, hey, can I get you guys anything?
No, it's okay. It's okay. I just came to talk.
About what?
She looks down and she looks sad. She says, "Staff."
And Lena kind of has this solemn look about her face, but you know, she kind of puts on her adult pants and kind of leans down to you. She's like, "What is it, child?"
Well, I haven't had anybody, well, other than Brandon, to really talk to about staff.
She nods and is just like, yeah, come here, have a seat. She ushers you over to the couch in the living room, and she's like,
she said, I don't know how much you know. Steph swore up and down she didn't tell anybody, but I don't know how much you know about me or where I came from.
She kind of leans in, is like, well, what is it, child? You don't have to tell me all at once, but when you're ready.
You know that big medicine company that's around here?
What, you mean Umbrella?
Umbrella? Right,
Yeah.
right, Umbrella.
Yeah,
Yeah,
everybody knows them.
I know that you're gonna think I'm crazy, but oh wait, it's in her backpack. Gosh dang it.
Did you leave your backpack?
Yeah. I was gonna
Rip.
pull out the pendant, but it's in her backpack. You know that butterfly pendant I wore all the time?
No, yeah, you didn't go anywhere
What-
without it.
And right about now, she'd probably notice that she doesn't have it on.
Mhm. Yeah.
So, well, the two people in there, my birth parents.
Oh. So, you know something about your birth parents?
Very little. All I know is that they worked for Umbrella.
Worked for Umbrella.
Weird. Trust
Yeah.
me. It's weird. I also knew a doctor there. I was born in the facility, from what I've been told. And I met a doctor there. His name was Dr. Simmons. I never called him Dr. Simmons. He was the only father figure I ever knew. My father apparently was gone way before I was born, and my mother disappeared after I was born, shortly after that. And
Lena's
this
just kind of
doctor,
she's just kind of listening along closely and nodding.
right. This doctor, he told me something that I don't quite understand, but I'm different.
Well, we always
And-
knew there was something special about you.
How did he? Something about my aging is all.
Ouija?
Yeah, like,
Not quite sure I
Really?
follow.
it really, honestly, if I'm extremely honest right now, my body is at a different age than my actual chronological years would, if you look at it. Which means I was born 5 years ago, but I look 10.
She kind of goes wide-eyed a little bit. She's like, oh, what nonsense are you talking about? You're 10. You've always told us you're 10.
Well, Steph certainly didn't tell you then.
She just kind of reels. Just kind of letting it, yeah, she reels, letting it all in.
Yeah. I didn't want to tell anybody, and Mom always said that, it didn't matter what was. It didn't matter where I came from, that I was loved and I had I didn't think it was important. But now, what if what happened to Steph is my fault?
Now, don't say that, child. You and I both know that had nothing to do with you or anybody else.
I'm scared. My birth parents were taken from me, Steph, and what happens if the whole family...
She just kind of reaches out and says, I'm going to stop you right there, child. You're young. It's our responsibility to take care of you. And you can't be going around trying to put the weight of the whole world on your shoulders. Now, like I said, what happened to Steph had nothing to do with you, and what happens to any of us is our responsibility. You can't keep putting these matters that are outside of your control on yourself. That just ain't healthy. She kind of sighs into her hands, just like, what a day. This past just keeps coming back up today. Just earlier I came across a man that was talking to our neighbor, Maria, about her husband that went missing recently, and pointed in the direction of your father, hoping he'd help. Seems he's just as distraught about this missing person as we were about your mother when she went missing.
Dad did say something like that. Said that some guy came and seen him at the station.
Yeah, well, I hope it helps.
I hope. Maybe. Did you ever think maybe Mom is alive somewhere?
Sorry, what was that? You cut out a little bit.
Oh, it is. Did you ever think that maybe alive somewhere there?
I feel like there's some crucial words that keep going missing.
Oh no! Oh no!
Dang it, microphone.
Yeah.
Dang it, internet.
Dang it, internet.
Hey, listen here.
Listen here, Lena.
Listen here. She's rolling terrible in reception right now.
Yeah. There's this ruckus going on in the back with the kids. She can only hear half the stuff you're saying anyway.
Right. Do you ever think maybe Mom is there? Oh my god!
It's this.
Rip.
It's the same thing every time.
Type out that one word. Type it out.
Okay.
You ever think that Mom something?
It's the same every time.
I don't.
It knows what's happening. It's like, nope. I'm stopping this right now.
I was like, and she kind of has this sigh. Like there's something she doesn't want to tell you. Actually, make an insight check.
Okay. Alright. Boy, first roll for me of the night.
Yeah.
Yay.
I've been taking all the good rolls lately. I am apologizing right now.
Yeah. So, that is insight. What is that a skill?
Yeah, it's a skill. Insight. It's a wisdom skill. So roll d20, add your wisdom modifier, any proficiency you might have.
Okay. Just lost right now.
There it is.
Oh no.
This is why I'm apologizing.
Yeah. Yeah, so you get the sense that something is off,
something.
but you can't really, I mean, you can't tell if it's just the emotional stress of this whole conversation or if there's something particular bothering her. You just kind of write it off.
Okay.
But she says, I don't know, darling. I just, there are some things that perhaps we should just leave behind.
She nods and she looks at the kids in the background. She's like, we had it good.
Yeah.
I still have it good. I love.
I think your mic went out.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I think we just missed the whole chunk of stuff.
Yeah.
Oh no. Have we lost Lisa?
Gone.
Rip?
Had a crucial scene.
No.
No, yeah, we can't hear a thing.
Can't hear a darn thing.
Oh no.
Well,
Brandon.
oh,
Brandon?
Brandon?
And not girlfriend.
Hello?
We're getting tiny bits and pieces. Oh no.
Just
coming
don't
back.
phone goes.
Oh man. Rip internet.
Wait, what happened?
Gosh.
Am I missing?
Your microphone's dying. Or your internet's dying. Both of them are dying.
Oh no.
Oh. Oh no.
Okay, we seem to have gotten you back consistently again.
Okay. What part did you not?
You have it good?
Yeah, last thing we heard was you have it good.
Oh.
Was there a lot?
Oh. Oh no. Okay, so she says, we have it good, and then she goes into, I mean, I have it good with Mike too. I like, I love hanging out with Brandon and living in the apartment and stuff, but this is my home. This is where Steph brought me. This is where, after found me sleeping under a park bench, she brought me here. I don't know how to let go. The one person that gave me a chance, that cared enough to look under a park for me.
Yeah, I understand.
Maybe it was just her job, but
Now, don't say that. You know she cared about you. Even if she didn't know it when she first laid eyes on you. She really did. Now, don't you go worrying your little head off. There's still a lot of life left for you to live. I have no doubt a sweet little muffin like you will be able to find your way in this world?
I think my fate was sealed the day I was born.
Ah, there you go again with that negativity. What's gotten into you lately, Arklay?
I just don't know. I've been thinking about this thing at school, and she kind of looks surprised, or like she remembered something just then. Oh no, the talent show, Brandon.
What?
We're supposed
Talent
to
show?
write a you you did write the music, right?
Say what?
I mentioned this to you 3 weeks ago. Supposed to write piano music, remember?
And Brandon just sort of in the back, still kind of by the door, like, this guilty look about his face.
Brandon! No!
It will be done tonight.
Okay, it has to be because it's tomorrow.
Ah, jeez.
Procrastination! But I've been thinking about this thing at school, and I wrote this song that Brandon was supposed to write the music to. And as much as I love you and
Oh, no.
Nope. No.
Lost her again.
No.
No!
Lisa, you done gone?
and kid, I've been thinking of where I come from. My father, who was my
All the essential details.
Hello?
Hello?
Okay.
Hello? Okay.
Okay.
Sounded good. We can hear you again now.
I feel like Pike.
Yeah, I know, you're like Pike right now. Alright. So that's what we heard. It was just something about as much as I love you.
As much as I love you. I've been thinking a lot about where I come from. You know, who were my birth parents? Why did they leave me? Questions that I need to find the answers to.
Yeah, I understand that.
And the last man that tried to help me with that is dead.
Oh dear. Just kind of taken aback by that. Visibly.
Visibly.
Yeah.
Very important. Very important to know. It's a long story. So the doctor I told you about, Dr. Simmons, or Raffy in my case, he was gonna help me find the answers to the question I was born in, but it was already too late. It was a man, and I don't know his name or anything. He was tall and had blonde hair and was just very European looking. But he stuck out to me a lot, and that was, you look a lot like your mother. If you're anything like her, you will make me proud. And I have to find that man. He knows something. He knows who I am.
Child, has this been occupying your mind a lot lately? I mean,
I hate to say it, but yeah, it has.
well, maybe you're just a little wound up. Maybe you ought to shadow your, shadow Mike for a bit for a day of work. Maybe that'll be exactly what you need. Take the day off school. We'll call in sick for you. Whatever it needs. Maybe that'll give you some closure. I know Steph used to hate it when you wanted to shadow her to work, but...
I mean, a day with the Raccoon City Police Department? I don't know. I mean, okay, but I have to be back at school at 7 o'clock tomorrow.
No, yeah, of course. I'm sure this talent show is very important to you. Assuming Brandon gets his work done. And Brandon just over there and just shrugs.
Yeah, Brandon.
Oh, hello.
Oh. Done did it again.
Lisa?
Lisa, come back.
You can blame it all on the net.
Again.
Oh.
So,
Hello.
explain whatever you I can.
We didn't hear anything, actually.
No, yeah.
Oh, I didn't hear anything either.
Okay, yeah. I think we might be good?
Yeah.
Okay. I think,
Okay.
but yeah. So I'm,
From the
I
top.
couldn't hear. From the top.
yeah.
It's like a play. So
What's RK
she
up
said,
to?
okay, she says she needs to be back
Uh-huh.
at 7.
Mm-hmm.
As of course. And then RK is like, it is important to me. You guys are gonna be there, right?
And Elena just looks at you like, oh, of course. We wouldn't miss it for the world.
Yeah, Brandon, you better get started on that piano piece.
Well, I'm on it, boss.
She just walks over to Brandon, which is like, I don't know, way taller than her. She
Yeah,
just
he's like twice your size, at least. And yeah, he kind of takes you under his arm and kind of ushers you out as Lena sees you guys out the front door.
Yep.
And she's like, yeah, take care, children.
We will.
So, I'm assuming you drive back home with Brandon.
Yep.
And, as you do, you see, waiting outside the apartment building, Mike, just smoking a cigarette, and he just kind of throws it to the curb and steps on it as the BMW pulls back in. It was just, as Brandon gets out of the car, he's just like, he just gives him a look. He's just like, son, I needed that.
I needed that.
He's just like,
Dad, it was my fault. It was my fault. I'm sorry. I asked him to drive me to Lena's. I'm sorry.
he just he kind of looks over you like with this look like he can't be angry anymore. Well, once he knows you're responsible, but he just sighs heavily. He's just like, it's all right, child. You can't have known I was planning to head back out again. Usually I'm in for the night, but just restless, I guess. Need a head.
So she goes up to Mike and she says, Lena thinks that I should shadow you for a day.
You know, your mother used to hate that.
Yeah, she sure did.
Look, I can't say I'm expecting to get into any risky business tonight, so I guess if there's anything, this would be the night to do it. Yeah, come over, child.
Oh, okay.
And he kind of glares at Brandon. He's like, Brandon, you get back inside. It's just like, yep,
I gotta be out.
right away, sir. He kind of gives you a wink, like he's gonna work on that. He's gonna work on that piece for you.
Oh, okay.
As he heads back into the apartment. So yeah, you both get into his car. Emil, you receive a phone call at your room. Is that you answering? Good object work. Did you actually answer? It's hard to tell.
I'm answering.
Yeah,
I just pick it up.
Okay. And you hear on the other end, hello?
Yes.
Is this Emil?
Yes.
I don't know about you, but I'm a little restless. What do you say we pursue that lead tonight?
Sounds good to me.
All right, I'll be over to where are you staying? All right, he already knows.
Yeah, I get. Yeah.
I completely forgot.
Where is this? Where is this? What am I calling? Who is this?
Yeah, all right, I'll be over to the Apple Inn in about 10 minutes. He's waiting outside in about 5. How soon are you down?
I'm down as soon as possible. So
yeah, so
I get
yeah,
dressed.
So he kind of lets you down into his black BMW.
Okay.
Oh, did we miss something?
I don't know. I thought someone said something.
Just getting static now.
Okay. Yeah. I think,
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, so you pull into the passenger seat of his car, and you notice something peculiar in the back. There's this little girl sitting back there. You don't know what to make of it.
All right.
She is.
I just look at her. I just look at her like, not my business.
He says, "I hope you don't mind. My daughter was a little restless too."
No problem to me.
All right, I think I don't think we can hear what Arklay is saying, but
Oh wait.
wait, we got a doll. Hello.
Your hand like on his.
Their first meet. Curse you, Lisa's internet.
Are you back now?
Hello?
Hello?
I'm
Okay,
back.
we hear
I'm
you.
back.
Okay,
I'm back.
we hear you.
Okay.
Alright, do you say anything to Emil?
Yes, she puts her hand on his shoulder and she extends her other hand and she's like, "Hi, I'm Arklay."
Emil.
Alright, so Mike hits the road and drives you guys over to the nearest pharmaceutical center that he knows of that belongs to Umbrella. Looking for leads.
No.
So yeah, you guys take off driving for a bit. Is there anything you guys say along the way, or is it pretty much giving them the silent treatment?
Maybe not say something, but I do have something interesting to point out.
Uh-huh.
I did not put this in the description, but she does have a tape player with her, and she's listening. She's listening to a tape.
Yeah, she carries around this little cassette player.
Yep.
Strikes Emil as kind of nostalgic, you know. Not that you're old or anything.
Oh.
But no, I'm fine. Okay.
Aw.
All right, so moving right along. So he drives over to the facility, and it takes him a good few minutes to get there. In the meantime, Katara, are you with us?
Yes.
So, Katara, the underground laboratory at which you work has been compromised and quarantined due to a series of recent viral outbreaks. Throughout the week, employees have been allowed to enter one at a time, and only when escorted by Umbrella Security Service, armed guards, and only to retrieve vital research that is left over within the facility. We're getting some hard
Yeah.
breathing noises.
Oh. Sorry.
It's fine. Yeah, so you, today, or tonight, rather, is your turn. So, you have a lot of vital research inside this facility that you would like to preserve, despite the outbreak. So you come in and you're, met with, James Grimson. He's a tall, kind of well-built, Umbrella Security Service agent who's decked out in USS gear, black, tactical armor head to toe, and a gas mask kind of over his head. He has it kind of slung up right now so that his face is shown, and he kind of looks to you. You know him. He's been working as on the security detail at this facility for a good few years, so you know him pretty well. But yeah, he sees you approaching as you enter the building, and he kind of gives you a nod. He's like, "You ready for this, Katara?"
Yes, as ready as I'll ever be.
All right. He kind of pulls something out of one of his pockets and hands you a little USB device. He's like, all right, this is what you'll be needing to store whatever data you need to offload. Now, just to give you a heads up, the area down there is flooded with infected. And as far as we can tell, a few BOWs have gotten loose. So I advise we move quickly and quietly as soon as we enter. Understood?
Great. Yes, understood.
All right. So I would mark the USB flash drive on your inventory. Actually, mark it in your inventory. You'll be needing that. So that'll just take up one little block of space. So he kind of ushers you forward. He pulls the gas mask down over his face. Now he's in business mode. And he guides you down several flights of stairs down into the underground laboratory, where you enter into a kind of central chamber area. It's this massive cylindrical silo-like room with metallic catwalks branching out in a couple of directions. Below these catwalks is like this abyss that just drops down. It's hard to tell how far that goes down. It goes farther than the eye can see. So, James Grimson, he kind of ushers you down. You exit the flight of stairs. So you know the facility pretty well. He does as well. So you guys, it's pretty much a straight shot for you to get from where you're at to your offices and your workstation. But I'm gonna need both of you to make stealth checks.
Okay.
Combat.
We'll see.
I'm gonna apologize again for taking all the good rolls.
Okay.
All right. Is this is this I'm rolling like two d20s or
No, just roll 1d20, add your mobility modifier, and if you have proficiency in stealth, add your proficiency bonus as well.
Okay.
Which I believe you do have proficiency, yeah. Alright, so Grimson knows what he's doing. He's a USS agent, and he's able to blend into the shadows and move quietly. Yeah. Rogues, man.
Oh no.
All right. Wait, did mine not come through?
No, you
I don't.
14.
Yeah, it's 14.
Oh yeah, okay,
14.
I just saw it before. Yeah, I was a little confused because it didn't come with any 3D dice, so I guess I didn't know.
Well, because you rolled at the same time, I think yours came
did we?
after, so,
Okay,
yeah.
got it.
Oh, okay.
Okay, yeah. So 14. Yeah. So you're a little bit clunkier than him. You don't have his Umbrella Security Service training.
You're wearing high heels?
I don't know. Are you wearing high heels?
No.
By the way, give us a brief description of Katara, right quick. What does she look like?
All right, so Katara is wearing obviously her Umbrella Scientist lab coat.
Mm-hmm.
And she's got a nice little black dress shirt underneath, dark gray cotton pants, and she has leather boots that go up to her knees.
Boots.
Yeah.
But yeah, you kind of clink along, not too loudly. You're still trying to be a little sneaky, but you still kind of feel Grimson giving you the stink eye, like scientists. But no, you guys easy enough make it all the way down to the office area without any incident. It takes you a few minutes to get there, but you eventually reach it. Going inside the room, you see an arrangement of cubicles with a mess of files and notes all over the place. This place was clearly abandoned in a hurry, and of course, I guess you worked here. You were there when the outbreak started to reach their full potential, and you know everybody didn't exactly have a lot of time to take their belongings as they left. So, yeah, you're easily able to make your way over to your workstation. What do you do?
All right. I'm going to go over to the workstation and I'm going to grab some of the papers.
All right. So yeah, you take some of the hard copy notes and various files that are being left around. You also have a work computer at your desk. It's currently turned off.
Oh, I'm gonna turn that on.
You turn that bad boy on. It takes a minute to boot. These are 90s computers, but yeah, it's eventually at full operational capacity.
All right. So once I get that, once I get that open, I'm gonna go through and log on to the server.
Yep. So yeah, you have full access to all of the files that you would normally have access to.
And then I'm gonna plug in the USB into the computer.
Yep. And
start going through to move all the files, important files, onto the flash drive.
All right. So yeah, you start moving some files, and it takes you a couple of minutes in total to download all of the data from your workstation, but you eventually get all of the necessary things, the things you wouldn't want to leave this place without. And all the while, Grimson is kind of standing guard, keeping an eye out. But the area, this particular wing, seems to be quiet, and kind of looks at you as like, guess we got lucky. I've made this trip a couple of times now with different scientists. Sometimes it ends up noisy.
Well, I guess if you say it like that, you might have just jinxed us.
Don't get your hopes up. So, after the download's finished, he kind of takes note. The progress bar reaches its fullness, and you're free to retrieve the USB device with all of your data.
Yep, that is exactly what I'm going to do.
And he kind of gives you a look. All right, we all good? Can we start heading back?
Yes.
All right. So Grimson kind of escorts you back. I'm going to need a new set of stealth rolls.
All right.
Yeah. Agent class, man.
7, man.
Yeah. Well, so he kind of moves tactically, smoothly, almost like a cat. He kind of
A shadow in the night.
peeks out the door, clears the halls, ushers you along, and your boot kind of gets stuck on the door frame and you stumble a little bit. But and he's just like, keep it down. But doesn't seem to have attracted too much attention from the kinds of critters that are in this area, which have terrible passive perception. Jeesh. So you move along following him, and he eventually escorts you back to the pharmaceutical center, which is essentially the face of this facility. It's just this small, basically a small pharmacy building. It's kind of like a front, whereas the true value is in the underground facility that there's a back entrance to in this building. But you get back up to the pharmacy area, And as you get back above, you see security, a couple of security guards talking to what looks to be a man in a coat and a tie at the front entrance. And you just see the guards one of the guards kind of holding their hand down, just be like, "Excuse me, sir, you can't come in here." And the gentleman barges forward like, "I'm a detective with the RPD. I just need to ask a few questions about an ongoing case. If y'all have nothing to hide, that shouldn't be a problem, right?" And he kind of the guards kind of look kind of taken aback, and they see you kind of entering in. To be clear, you're probably one of the higher authority figures in this particular scenario. The guards do technically report to you, but yeah, Mike kind of takes note of you moving about in the background with your guard. Mike kind of, or rather, Grimson kind of takes his gas mask off to look less conspicuous, but and kind of holsters all of his weaponry.
We have nothing to hide.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, as you move along, you kind of do also notice that this detective isn't alone. He has an elderly gentleman, not necessarily elderly, middle-aged gentleman next to him.
Not old.
Looks a little disheveled, so it adds some years to him. But
he does have graying hair. There's some gray strands in his beard.
And also, what looks to be, you kind of notice in the back, a little girl kind of waiting down by the car.
Right. With headphones on.
And she's just kind of looking forward, like, what do you want?
Do you say that out loud?
Yeah. What do you want?
Well, it looks you finally somebody who's not in uniform around here. Well, you see, he kind of motions over to Emil. According to this here gentleman, the most recent person that went missing was pursuing a job with the Umbrella Corporation at the time of his disappearance. I just want to know if your Human Resources Department has any sort of records of any scheduled interviews with one Jack Carmine.
Jack Carmine. Why do you need this again?
Well, I'm sure you've heard about all of the recent ongoing missing persons cases. This Jack Carmine fellow was the most recent, and like I said, we have reason to believe he'd been in contact with Umbrella at some point.
I'm kind of in a rush at the moment. Information I can't give you because I would have to look everything up.
Well, surely there's a office or something around here that you could point me in the direction of. And you do know of a Katara would know of a less conspicuous office in the pharmacy area that would contain some very rudimentary records of stuff that they are all right with disclosing to the public.
All right. Well, I can give you information then. There's a place you can go to.
And as you begin, James Grimson who's kind of been sulking in the background, just keeping watch. He kind of steps in and pulls Katara a little bit off to the side, just out of earshot of the rest of the party. And he just kind of pulls you aside and says, "Hey, if these people become a problem, I trust you'll take care of it."
I would like to overhear that conversation.
Make a perception check.
Lord, please get good rolls.
No!
You listen as hard as you can, but tinnitus, man. There were a few explosions back in South America. Still feel it to this day. Yeah. So yeah, you don't really glean much, if anything, about the conversation.
Because quick question:
Mhm.
Is he wearing the same gear that the unit that was deployed to, where I was deployed to, was wearing?
No, you would not have had any encounters with USS during your particular experience with Umbrella. You only knew a few scientific staff. And
Well, I did have.
much...
There was some people who were escorting those scientists to and from the plane.
Yeah, but you okay? Yeah, I would say then you would that would probably be USS. Then yeah, you might recognize something about their uniforms. But as just being the standard security of Umbrella. But
okay, but so I just want
you recognize that this is USS.
I just want to make sure that's not different, because if it's different, then I'm going to be
Then
looking at
be
him
suspicious.
it's like I've seen security uniforms before. This guy's something else. But okay,
No, yeah,
he checks out.
It's pretty uniform, yeah. But yeah, so Katara, Grimson just says that a little bit to you.
Yes, I'll make sure to take care of it. It's
Yeah.
not that much of a problem.
Now just give them a show and try not to arouse any suspicion.
Can I check to arouse suspicion?
Well, there's nothing really to get your attention at this point.
Yeah, I get that. I'll just show them what we need to show them.
So Mike kind of steps a bit closer, wondering if these security officers are going to let him through.
Yeah, she's gonna kind of gesture to let them through.
Okay, yeah. So the two security guards that were keeping him at bay when you first arrived at this location kind of step out of the way, and Mike and the rest of the party kind of steps between them. So he enters first. Mule kind of goes in with them. Is Arklay going in as well? What's Arklay doing?
She's going.
Okay, she's going. Yeah, so
Yep.
at the end of the pack, this little girl just waltzes into the doors, and one of the security officers just goes like, and he just sits there and thinks about it for a bit.
She turns around and she extends her hand and she's like, "I'm Arklay."
He's just like, just does like the finger handshake like Emil did. Just really reluctantly. He's very confused, thoroughly confused. Yep.
Yeah.
So
It's fine. Let her through too.
yeah, so I'm assuming you escort the rest of the party to this
Yeah.
little office area that you know of, and
Yeah.
so yeah, is keep some basic human resources records. You show the detective to the appropriate areas and let him kind of rummage through it for a bit. Okay.
I'm looking around too.
Okay, you're looking around?
Yeah, I'm just following whatever he's doing and just checking to see if there's anything that he missed.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Do you ask about anything, or because you don't really?
Well, do I see anything?
I mean, it's just a typical office looking, or not even an office, just this is kind of a records room kind of situation.
Yeah.
There's just a couple of rows of manila envelopes and, boxes
my God.
of hard copy information.
Yeah, I guess if you were to put it in gameplay terms, I'm assisting his
Okay, yeah,
investigation.
he's going to make an investigation check. Yeah, I was just getting ready for that.
I'll assist it.
Okay,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. So files or records room. I'm assuming it's all digital.
Well, this particular one is hard copies, like I said. This is
my God, that's
paperwork
awesome.
kind of room. Yeah.
Okay. So Arklay is gonna start rummaging through files.
All right.
Oh yeah, can I see if I can provide him some advantage?
Well,
of some kind?
because that's what the assistance
There
is
you go.
for, is advantage.
Here we-
So. Okay.
Wait,
Wait. It says.
what?
All right.
What?
Roll 20 is weird sometimes.
Wait.
The rest of the stream can't see that because we don't have the physical dice up on the stream right now. But or rather,
I rolled
the
an
3D dice.
11. No. That's your roll. It rolled your dice again.
No, yeah, I did roll your dice. No, because you don't roll. But let's disregard your roll.
Okay.
You're assisting with Mike's investigation check, so this is his roll.
Yeah, but don't I have to roll, and if I pass, then he gets advantage?
No, that's not a thing.
Okay.
Just help automatically goes through. So he'll take the 15. He kind of rummages through it, finds some HR records, but doesn't actually seem to find anything regarding any employment for Jack Carmine, and he searches pretty thoroughly. So he kind of looks to the rest of you like, doesn't seem like Jack had any sort of application or made it into any sort of formal part of the job process.
That's suspicious. No, I don't say that. I say it's odd. It was a really big opportunity for him. He would have gone through with it.
Yeah, strikes me as odd too. You're sure this is all you have? I'm kind of looking over to Katara.
If there's nothing else that you can find, then yes, that's all we have.
Very well then. Now, I'm wondering something. Some of the missing persons have turned up as bodies along the circular riverbank. Now I'm not meaning to imply anything, but does Umbrella happen to have any interest in the Arklay Mountain region? I do know that the circular river begins as a series of streams up in those mountains.
Not that I know of.
Are you certain?
I am very certain, yes.
I'm gonna need you to make a deception check. So
I think she's telling the truth. I've never been here before.
Yeah.
Please be good.
How does that even work?
That is a 0. Okay.
We do not have any assets in that area.
Yeah, and Mike, he doesn't even need to make any sort of insight check against that. He knows
Automatically.
as a detective that you are lying through your teeth. And he kind of looks at you, he's like, now I may just be some lowly detective, but make no mistake, I could move some papers around this town. So I'm gonna ask you one more time and expect you to answer straight. And at which point, Grimson, who's been monitoring throughout this conversation, kind of pulls Katara aside and is just like, excuse me, sir, for just one moment. This is a matter of security. I'm going to have to confer. And he's just like, very well then. And you kind of step out of the room with Grimson a little bit. And he gives you this glare. He's just like, now, what was that about arousing suspicion, I said?
I'm just answering the questions and denying like I should.
Yeah, you're doing a banged up job of that. But
look, if you would like to go through and answer these questions yourselves, you can. I was here to collect data and leave. We gave them what they wanted. They came in, they looked, nothing was found. They can leave now. No more questions.
Yeah, but something tells me that detective's gonna be on our back for a good deal after this. Now, the way I see it, in fact, he kind of rubs his chin a little bit like he's deep in thought. You know, come to think of it, this might be a little bit of an opportunity. Now, hear me out. Maybe we could kill 2 birds with 1 stone here. Now, are you aware of the Arklay cabin facility? And of course, you would be aware of the situation at the cabin facility. It's been suffering an outbreak since not long after the mansion incident, and it contains a whole lot of uncollected research data on local servers that aren't connected to anything else. And pretty much the Umbrella executives haven't gotten around to sending in a retrieval team to acquire that data. He kind of looks at you and he says, you know, if you give these people a show, maybe guide them up to that cabin, at the very least they could serve as cannon fodder for the infected while you retrieve that data. And if they die trying, then there'll be another problem off our back. Either way, we eliminate something.
We can find a different way to do such a thing.
Seems pretty clean cut to me. We don't get opportunities that clean too often. And the way I see it, you're not talking your way out of this one. That detective's gonna want something.
Yes, but how far can they actually push the papers?
Doesn't matter. We just need to make sure that this stays clean. Listen, the executives have been moving to save face. You and I both know these outbreaks are only going to get bigger. Now, the way I see it, Umbrella's pulling out of here soon anyway, but if we leave this city without that data, all I'm saying is we might not have another opportunity like this.
Can I make a perception check?
You want to try and overhear this?
Yes, I do.
Alright, make a perception check.
Okay. Oh boy.
Oh, boy.
Oh.
It's a little muffled from the other side of the doorway. Of course, they closed the door behind themselves. Freaking Grimson isn't an amateur, and they're speaking in pretty hushed tones.
Could I try again, or does my other one count for this?
Yeah, I'd say your other one counts for okay. this whole scene.
Well, I guess it would be nice to get the data.
Yeah, I know you have a thing for data. Who knows? It might help you in your own little ambitions, whatever you've been doing with those darn viruses.
Fine. Yes, we'll leave them there then.
Very well. So he kind of ushers you back into the room, and he kind of walks up to Mike like, "All right. It seems the thing you're looking for might be within our clearance to disclose. Just needed to make sure we weren't compromising any valuable assets that stockholders might be worried about. But we do, in fact, have some interests up in the Arklay Mansion. Or rather, the Arklay Mountains. Katara here will be able to take you in that direction tonight, if you're willing."
Yes, we can go tonight.
And Mike kind of looks around. He's like, "Well, I guess I was rather restless to begin with."
Nothing better to do.
And he kind of looks to Archaea, and he's like, "This might take a little while longer than expected. You should probably get to bed before it gets too late into the evening. Would you like me to drop you back off at the apartment?"
I'm leaving you.
Make a persuasion check. With advantage because you're an adorable little girl.
Oh. Uh-huh.
Not bad.
What's
Roll again.
advantage?
Uh-huh.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Oh.
You give him the puppy eyes. Yeah, and Mike is just like, "The woman in my life. All right, you can stay for a bit, Archaea."
You sure about that?
She looks over at Emil and she's like, "Don't."
None of my business.
All right, so you all head out and all load up into Mike's BMW, which I guess is filled to capacity now.
Yup. Oh no.
So, Katara, I'm assuming you guide Mike down the appropriate roads to get into the Arklay Mountains and start heading towards the Umbrella cabin in the woods.
Yes.
Oh, I have to put it like that.
So, Mike's gonna make a drive check.
Oh my.
It's dark.
Please
It is
don't
dark. Yeah, at this
I'll
point
go
it's
off a cliff and
pushing.
die.
At this point, it's pushing about I would say 8-9 p.m.
Yeah.
It's getting up there in the evening.
That's nothing. I'm used to being up late.
Oh,
Oh, okay.
he guides you guys, the whole party, masterfully through this forested region. You know, he strikes you as a rather country fella, and he knows his way around some off roads, and he follows Katara's directions to a T, getting you there in as soon as an hour. Actually, it doesn't take long at all. So you guys kind of head up, and the path becomes less. I guess the road ends at a certain point, and he kind of parks off to the side where it's just path. He kind of points to the path and says, "I'm assuming that's the path up to that there cabin."
Yes, it is.
And so he gets out of the vehicle and kind of looks at the path. It kind of looks. I'm assuming everybody else gets out of the car.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Kind of looks about the party. Is like, anybody happen to have any more flashlights? Kind of pulls his own little pocket flashlight out of his coat.
I've got one, little tiny one with my keychain.
Mhm.
I'll pull out.
I've
yeah,
got
so
a nice flashlight.
All right, yeah. So you guys have plenty of visibility between you.
Yeah.
So you head out into the dark night woods of the Arklay Mountains, and this rather creepy fog sets in. All of you who are local would know that this is pretty normal for these mountains, but it's a little bit unsettling at night. To Emil, it's just straight unsettling. You don't know if that's normal.
It's creepy up here.
So, you guys start taking a short hike up the path towards the cabin. You can kind of see little outdoor light shining in the distance.
Quick question.
Yep, what's your question?
So I know herbs come from these mountains, right?
Yes, you do.
Can I make a check to see if I spot any?
Yeah, sure, make a perception check. Or no, make a survival check, actually.
Better.
Yeah.
Oh, is it?
Ooh,
That's pretty good.
Nice.
Yeah, you start looking around, and you know your grass, and
Yes, I do. Yes, I do.
You recognize immediately, using your discerning medical mind, what is trash and what is medicinal.
What is trash and what is grass?
Yeah, and
no.
you recognize some of the leaves on this little bushel off to the side to be that of the famous green herbs that are native to this region. Yeah, so you've identified it.
I'll walk over and pick it up. I'm just like, never thought I'd actually be here one day, but use this stuff a lot. It's good stuff. Green herbs. And
Beautiful.
I'll pocket that.
It. Yeah, you get 1 green herb. Add that to your inventory. All right. So as you guys start moving along the path, the creepy atmosphere continues to set in. You hear almost like a little bit of rustling in the bushes around you, and as he. By the way, what's the marching order here? I forgot to ask after you guys got out of the car.
I'm following the detective.
I'm like clinging to Mike's leg.
So
I guess I'm bringing up the rear.
Okay, Emil in the rear. Katara?
I'm looking for more herbs.
I would say probably behind. What? Oh god, what was that guy's name?
Emil?
The USS.
Oh no,
not
he
here.
didn't come along.
Oh, okay, he didn't come along.
He left you on your own. He's like,
Okay.
you handle these people. I don't want to go to that cabin.
All
I don't
right,
wanna
yeah,
die.
I'm behind. I'm probably behind.
Like
in the middle then.
Okay, you're in the middle. So Emil in the
Yeah.
back, Katara, and then I'll say Arkea, and then Mike's leading the charge because he's friggin' daddy man over there. So so yeah, you guys start closing in on the cabin, and as you do, you begin to notice the rustling in the bushes grow more intense, and what seems to be a sort of growling and barking, snarling sound coming from the tree line, and it is very unsettling in this darkness. And Mike kind of looks off to the side, and as he does, what looks to be a rabid Rottweiler type of creature jumps out of the bushes. I'm gonna need everybody to roll for initiative.
All right.
no.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Let me go ahead and change the map over.
Okay.
So, before we go any
Make sure
further,
it's-
let me just get the marching order here.
Yep.
So,
Oh my god.
Ooh.
yeah, you guys got, or rather, Emil was in the back, right?
Yeah.
So, I'll put you guys at about right there.
Oh no.
Wow.
This is
why
some
are
brilliant
Lisa
initiative.
and I- Lisa and I
Double
are
ones!
Oh, double one.
Double ones! Oh, let me remember to switch over the map this time.
Yeah, I was gonna say switch over the map.
All right. So this is what they're looking at. You're on a bit of a mountain path. We got some ones going in the initiative here. So,
Oh no.
let me roll. Oh dear.
Oh dear.
That's a straight D20 roll for Mike.
Same as me.
Did better than some of you though.
So
Okay.
I'm second.
Uh-huh.
Oh no.
17,
Oh no.
17, 21, 7. Okay, excuse me for a moment while I get initiative all sorted out.
Yep. Which one's the one we're aware of?
I'll get to that in a moment.
Okay.
What was all of your initiative? Was yours the 9 there, Lauren?
I'm 9.
Okay, so everything from that point onwards is initiative.
Yep.
All right.
9, 1, 2, 16.
Gotcha. All right. So,
All this girl wanted to do was take part in a school talent show.
that was her greatest ambition.
So day one deaths.
Well, shoot.
All right.
Also, I like the environment, Raph.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Thanks for the assets.
You put them to good work. I like them.
Oh no.
Oh man, Katara bringing up the rear. Wait, do you have any mobility modifier, by the way, for Katara?
Yeah, +1.
Okay, so
Okay,
you're
you'd
actually
be
on the
act-
same.
Yeah.
You're on the same initiative as Arkea, then, yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's right. I forgot
Yep.
to add that. Okay.
Yeah,
Yep,
that
add your
initiative
initiative.
rolls.
It'd be good.
Yeah, okay, so I'll let you two decide which of you goes first on the number 2 initiative.
Thanks.
Question:
What?
Would Katara have advantage on initiative since you knew this was?
That's actually a good point.
Not that I'm helping her or anything, but I'm just.
That's a good question. You know what? I'll allow it. I'll allow Katara to have advantage initiative.
Oh.
So that means you roll again.
Roll
Yeah.
another one.
Oh.
So yeah.
I swear to God, if it's another crit fail,
I swear.
I'm gonna. Okay,
Okay,
that's
there you go.
better.
That's better.
Well.
So
that's
yeah,
not
Katara
for me,
moves up a
though.
little bit.
A little bit.
Quite a bit. All right, so top of the round, the Cerberus that is off to the side here is this would be the one you guys are aware of as well. He's gonna move out to the front of the pack and leap
Yo.
at the detective. He's gonna roll for a bite attack.
Oh no. Oh no.
Oh,
That
dear.
hits him.
This is gonna be a fun night.
Oh no.
So the detective takes 5 points of damage, including 2 points of necrotic. So.
What?
All right.
Rip his soul.
So that is that Cerberus's turn. The other Cerberus is gonna come out of the woodworks here, and he's going to run over here, and he's actually going to
my god,
make a bite attack against the detective as well, and he has advantage because it has an ally within 5 feet of him.
Oh my god.
What is this?
Alright, so that definitely hits. So
Garbage.
the detective takes 7 points of necrotic damage.
Oh no!
Mike is infected.
Oh no.
Oh no. Oh no.
Yeah, so he is currently considered infected. I'm not sure if we have an emblem for that. I'll just put the skull on him. Mm-hmm. And he looks pretty rough. You guys just see these 2 dogs just leap out of the tree line and just barrage the detective. They start biting at him, teething at his legs, and you see pieces of fabric come off of his clothing and blood spurt out. So Mike is infected. He can't take his turn.
Question.
Yeah.
Really quick. Would Arklay recognize these things?
No, you wouldn't. So Katara's turn.
So
you can control your little mini there.
Oh, okay, so that's going on. She's oh shit, she's gonna play along. She's gonna look at the other 2 and just be like, she's gonna look at the other 2 and just be like, we need to go now.
No, we need to help him.
There's nothing we can do. There is nothing we can do. The cabin's up there. We need to get in.
I'll see about that on my turn. Oh yeah, we can see it from here, right?
Yes, it's definitely within eyesight. You see that little corner of a block at the top of the map? That's the cabin.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh my.
So if you guys are gonna make a run for it, you need to consider dedicating some resources, because it is still a good while down the path.
Okay, so that's...
Not getting there in a turn.
No, you are not.
Nope.
Not with all these guys in the way either.
I'm trying to think of what to do. Actually, I'm gonna pull out my pull out the flashlight.
Okay.
Really quick, can you change the calculation method on this one again?
Does it need it again? Do we have to do that every time?
I think it's every page, yeah.
Yeah, alright. Alright. It should be fixed.
Oh no, it's even worse.
Really?
Yeah. No, it's good for... The map is good, it's worse for us.
Alright. So, what are you doing, Katara?
I'm going to flash the flashlight over at the first dog that attacked.
Okay. Go ahead and make an attack roll. So you could add, this is considered a ranged attack, so you could add your proficiency. Yeah, because you're proficient with flashlights as well. So you could add your proficiency bonus and your mobility modifier.
Okay. And that's the D6, right? Yeah.
No, whatever for Dan.
No, D20.
No, yeah, D20. D20 for the attack roll.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. That's that. Okay.
That's a 7. You start to shine your flashlight over in its direction, but unfortunately, that thing averts its gaze and starts running around with intense speed.
Oh, good.
So, that's your action. You still have movement if you wish to take it.
I'm going... yeah, I'm not going to move.
You're not gonna move?
Nope.
All right. So, that's your turn?
Yes.
All right, so this Cerberus is also going to come out of the out of the other side of the tree line and go after Emil. It's going to make a bite attack.
That does not hit.
All right, so it leaps and bounds into the air and goes right over your head. You make a swift duck, having saw it coming and having been aware that there's a situation at hand. So it's actually going to keep going after that and move back into the tree line on this side. I believe it used 20 feet of movement to get to you. So it's going to move there as far as it could get.
Okay, good. Ooh, yes.
All right, so that's its turn. Shoot, I forgot to know Emil on the initiative order. What was your roll again?
Next.
Oh.
I have 9.
Okay,
I'm
your roll
second to
was...
last.
Okay, you actually should have gone before that Cerberus, so it's your turn right now.
It's okay, I can go after this service. Ow.
All right,
so
Emil.
do I know what infected is?
I'm afraid there's one person in your party who knows what infected is.
because I was gonna ask if there's anything I could do about that. Actually, I don't think there is at level 1 anyways, but I've been looking.
Not with your natural abilities. Make a medicine check.
Okay.
This is just gonna be a knowledge type of check. Oh, okay. You're pretty studied, and you know that the herbs that come from Raccoon City are known for being miracle flowers, capable of basically repairing any ailment known to the human body.
What about a first aid spray?
You get the sense that while first aid sprays are extremely potent synthetic healing medicines, they don't have the same kick that a green herb would have in situations
in this situation.
Regarding,
Okay.
Yeah. infections.
Speaking of kick, I'm gonna jump on this dog up here and kick it.
You're gonna kick it.
Yes.
All right. Make a which dog? Okay, that dog up there.
Yeah. Because I need to get closer to him anyways.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna make a unarmed attack.
Unarmed attack. All right. That's a straight D20. Well, plus your
Plus strength.
Plus strength, but you cannot add proficiency.
Okay, that's fine.
That's a 9. I'm afraid that doesn't hit. The thing is really small and low to the ground. You go for you go to punt it basically, and it just strafes out of the way really easily.
Yeah. Dark dog. But I'm closer to him now. That's what I wanted to get.
All right.
Oh yeah. By the way, is he infected? Just means when he dies, he turns, right? Just talking about gameplay. So he's not dead yet. He's not unconscious yet.
Correct.
Good.
He's
making sure I didn't kick that dog instead of healing him.
All right, so is that your turn?
That's my turn.
All
I'm
right.
gonna heal him next time when he probably is gonna die.
Archaea, you're up.
Okay, so she's screaming and crying by now.
Yeah,
'cause-
you just watched your father figure get mauled by rabid wolves that came out of nowhere, are making this terrible snarling sound as they rip into him.
So, here's what's gonna happen. She's gonna go. Yeah, she's gonna go. Oh. She's gonna move here
All right.
because she sees that there's
You're
a dog in front of her.
You're going to incur an attack of opportunity from the one that was directly above you because you're leaving its reach.
No.
That's a 9 to hit.
I don't.
What's your AC?
Nope.
Okay, it doesn't hit?
11.
All right, so yeah, it makes a bite at you, but you just squirrel away from it, being the little child that you are.
Right. Oh God, I don't know. This is hard because I
Your
don't
civilian class, you do got some actions. You actually, you have bonus actions as well as a civilian.
Oh, good! So more stuff I don't know what to do with. Congratulations. Oh my god. She has nothing on her, so this doesn't help.
I know.
Well, I mean, well, I'm gonna assume, well, I was assuming that you left with all of your inventory items at the least, with like your backpack and all that when you left the house, or when you left the apartment.
Well, at that point, she's gonna take out her bat.
Alright, y'all see this little girl.
Her school bag?
Yeah, well, it's kind of mounted
It's lodged between her back and her backpack.
Exactly. So you guys just see this little girl pull out this
Aluminum
baseball bat, this aluminum baseball bat out from behind her back. You don't know where she was hiding that thing, but she's in a rough neighborhood.
I'm not even gonna ask.
Okay, so that was 10 feet to get there.
Uh-huh.
Oh, no.
Yeah, so you got a good bit of movement still left.
Yeah, so I'm gonna move here.
Mm-hmm.
And then attack that dog.
Same dog that Emil is attacking?
Yep.
Alright, make an attack roll.
With the baseball. Okay, here we go. Scared. Okay, so it's a D20 plus strength, right?
Yep. Plus your proficiency bonus if you're proficient with blunt weapons, which I believe you are.
Oh. Flashlights, blunt weapons, and improvised weapons.
Alright, yeah.
Okay.
Yep. D20 plus strength plus proficiency.
Strength is 0.
Alright.
But I got a 2 in
Yeah, so plus 2 total. Go ahead and roll.
Proficiency. Boy.
That's a 13. That hits.
Hey.
So you swing your bat and club the thing over the back. Go ahead and roll your damage.
Oh, what is damage for that?
You do have the stats for that, right? I could get it to you if you...
Yeah.
Yeah, it should be in your journal, actually, in the game.
Oh, is it? Oh,
it should be in your journal, labeled club.
Yep, it is. It is. Okay. 1d6. Okay, here we go.
I'm gonna take some of my journals.
Ooh.
All right. Yeah. No strength, right? So,
no.
Yeah, so you club that thing over the back for 6 points of bludgeoning damage.
6.
Or 5, rather.
5?
I read that. Weird.
I don't need to correct you.
No, yeah. Well, I mean, I would have taken it down properly. I just misspoke.
Okay.
All right. So yeah, that thing lets out a yelp. Is that your turn?
Yup.
You do still have your support dice and everything as a civilian class.
Okay, I don't know exactly how that works.
So basically, I believe at level 1, the main thing you have is encouragement, which you could give as a bonus action to any of your allies, which will basically give them one of your support dice to roll and add to one of their rolls.
Okay.
I think you also have discouragement at your level. I can't recall.
Oh my. I didn't write that down.
Okay.
So I don't think.
But remember, you have a limited number of support die based on your charisma modifier.
Charisma modifier.
Yep.
Is oh my, it's a 17. So
she gets discouragement at 2.
17.
Wait, what was that,
What
Lauren?
is?
She gets discouragement at 2.
Okay, yeah, so she only has encouragement right now, correct? You're looking for the
So I have
handbook.
a 3 in charisma.
You have a +3 in charisma, so that means you have 3 support dice per rest, which you can give as a bonus action to your allies.
Okay, so what she's gonna do, assuming because Emil made his way up to Mike, that he is going to do something about it. She's going to give him her support dice.
Okay, so you give him encouragement. How do you encourage Emil?
Go, Emil, go!
All right. Lauren, take 1d6.
I shoot her a quick. All right. I'll continue to try to kick it next. Or no, I'm not. But
yeah.
How long does that last? That's
10 minutes. So
okay.
You have 10 minutes to add 1d6 to any, I think, ability check, attack roll, or saving throw.
Got it.
Nice.
All right. So is that Arkea's turn?
Yep.
All right. Top of the round. This Cerberus, getting the sense that it's done with this quarry, is going to move a little bit downwards, and it's actually going to make an attack at the scientist in the back because these things do not discriminate.
Right.
That's a 9 to hit. Why do they keep rolling 9s? That's the third 9 that Cerberus has rolled in a row.
I rolled a 9 too for attack.
AC is 15.
All right, that doesn't hit. So yeah, it kind of leaps at you, but you just duck swiftly out of the way. So that is going to be its turn. This other Cerberus is gonna kind of move out. It's going to incur attacks of opportunity from both of you, though.
Darn straight.
So
I'll hunt that thing.
all right. But yeah, it wants to go over there and attack the same prey. It's not feeling safe. It's feeling outnumbered there.
Would it also incur attack of opportunity from Mike?
Mike cannot attack. He's considered incapacitated. So.
Okay, so he's not unconscious. Wait, is he unconscious?
No, he's not unconscious. He is unconscious. He is he's infected, which is the same properties as dying. He's incapacitated but not unconscious.
Okay. Okay.
So yeah, if both Archaea and Emil can make attacks of opportunity if they want against that Cerberus that just left.
So what do I do? Just
it could be. I believe it could only be a melee attack. So you would attack with your bat.
well, yeah.
Yeah.
So I just roll damage, or do I have
No.
to roll?
You have to roll for the attack. Yeah, both of you roll for the attack.
Okay.
Oh, that hits. All right, go ahead and
Get back here.
is that another unarmed melee attack?
That is an unarmed.
All right, go ahead and roll. Oh, natural 20 with the baseball bat. All right, that's a crit. All right, roll your unarmed melee damage, which is 1d4 bludgeoning. Archaea, roll 2 of your bat's damage dice.
Oh my.
Add your strength modifier.
So I only roll 1d4 straight up.
Yeah, just 1d4 plus strength.
Can I add my encouragement to that?
Not to a damage roll.
Ah, okay. I was wondering, because I got the big dice. That's a bigger dice than the damage on.
Yeah, so roll 1d4, add your strength. All right, so, okay, yeah, so Lauren did 3 points of bludgeoning damage, and Archaea did...
Right in the pelvis.
9. All right, so, yeah, so that dog, it wanted to go out and reinforce its friend, but just got, as soon as it tried to move, got bombarded with blunt weapons and feet, and it just kind of, the simultaneous attack actually caves its ribcage inward, and there's a spurt of blood as the thing yelps and collapses to the ground. That thing did not get any further than this, and is no more.
Is that the wrong one?
No, that was the one.
Oh, no, you're right. The one that went around. Yeah.
Mm.
Okay.
All right, so that's going to be his turn.
Good stuff. Good stuff.
Wow, those attacks of opportunity, man. They'll get you. All right, so yeah. All right, so it's currently Mike's turn. He's infected, and I forgot last time that he actually has 5 feet of movement that he could use while he's infected. So he's gonna go ahead and move. Actually, well, he can speak kind of falteringly, so he's gonna say, I don't feel so good. Does Emil say anything?
I'm here, man.
He's gonna try. Otherwise, he's gonna try and move just away from all of the action.
Don't move. Let me look at it. Let me look at it.
Okay, he's not gonna use his 5 feet of movement then. All right, so Mike's gonna stay put for his turn. Katara, you're up.
Alright, I want to move think I'm gonna move over by Archaea.
All right. You will incur an... Wait. I can't remember if that particular Cerberus used its opportunity to attack this round. I don't think that was this round. That was last round.
That was, yeah, this is top of the round.
Yeah, because it's top of the round. All right, yeah. So it's gonna make a bite against you.
Okay.
That's a 21 to hit.
Okay.
You take if I could get it here. So you take 4 points of damage, one of which is necrotic.
Okay.
So yeah, it just kind of snaps out of your ankle and sinks its teeth into it. There's a little splatter of blood as it does, but you manage to pull away.
Oh, okay. So I do go. Over
Yeah,
there.
you do complete your movement.
Okay.
So yeah, mark off your health from your health bar there.
All right.
All right, so that's so it's still your turn. You still have all of your actions.
All right. So she took 4 points of damage.
Yep, you took 4 points of damage.
Okay. And I think I'm gonna try with the flashlight again.
All right, you can try and hit it with a flashlight against the one that just bit you.
Yeah.
All right.
And what was that? You said it was mobility plus proficiency, right?
Yep, D20 plus mobility plus proficiency.
Okay. Oh, computer, please.
Computer, please.
Oh no.
Make a technology check.
Right?
The computer just like froze at like the wrong moment.
Oh no.
Okay, there we go. There we go.
Cool beans.
Well,
Wait, I think that input came out wrong. You rolled, or you didn't even make a roll.
yeah.
Oh.
Got /R.
Yeah, /R.
Oh, yeah. I don't even know why that happened. Oh my god.
All right, that's a 7
man.
to hit. Still nothing, I'm afraid. Yeah, you're just shining a flashlight at that thing, and it's just snarls at you.
Okay.
The puppers, and they're averting their gaze.
Alright. Yeah, no, I don't. I guess. You know what? Am I able to pull out the kitchen knife?
I will say, let's see, you have the flashlight equipped. I'm gonna say you could put the flashlight away as a free action, but to pull out the kitchen knife, that will require another free action next turn.
Okay, then I'll do that.
Alright, so you'll start preparing to pull out your kitchen knife that you probably stole from the lab somewhere. Alright, so is that your turn?
Yeah, that's my turn.
Alright, Emil, you're up.
All right, so he is incapacitated, but he's not dying. So I don't need to stabilize him. I'm just gonna hit him with that herb.
Alright, hit him with the herb. Go ahead, and it's just a regular green herb. Roll 2d4 plus 2. And that'll be your action.
Nice.
Alright. So you you know how to use these things, your medical training. You smush the herb down into fine grain and rubber over the wounds. Not only has he been restored, but he is also no longer infected due to your use of a green herb. So that's plus 8. All right.
That is indeed.
And you apply it to his wounds, and Mike just looks at you and is like, "Oh, thank you, sir."
No problem. Now get up and move. And I'm moving.
All right.
Right there.
All right. Is that your turn?
That is my turn.
All right. The Cerberus at the very bottom is going to see you making a run for it. It's going to it's going to run kind of straight through this way. That's the furthest it gets. It's actually going to incur an attack of opportunity from the detective.
Yeah.
Go, detective, go.
Good old Mike Foster. All right.
Go, daddy, go.
Actually, I don't know what the rules are about this. No, I think you have to make an attack roll. All right, so he doesn't actually. He's gonna try and pistol whip it actually.
Oh. Oh, fine.
So let's see. Yeah, so that'll be 6.
Oh.
All right, he swings at the thing, but he's still a little injured and he feels it.
Yep.
Yeah, he completely whiffs and that thing gets right past him. All right, that's going to be its turn, chasing after Emil. Arklay, you're up.
Okay. So, here's what's gonna happen. I am going to move. Yes, I can do that. Oh, wait a minute. There's this cool thing called spacebar.
Yeah, you could use that while you're dragging your mini to measure your movement.
Okay. So there.
Yep, there you go.
And I am going to baseball bat this thing in the face.
Go for it. Roll for attack.
Baseball bat.
So I imagine screaming the whole time. Just,
Yeah. You are coming at this thing with a vengeance for mauling your father figure.
Yep. Okay, so I add the D20 plus
Strength,
the
proficiency.
Strength and proficiency. Got it.
Mm-hmm.
I will
And
get
like I
this
said,
one.
if you made that roll before, so if you just press up when you go into the chat
Oh,
window,
yeah.
you should be able to find that roll.
Okay, sweet.
press the up arrow.
Try cross your.
Where did that dice go? All
15.
right, that's a 15. That hits.
Oh,
Go
no.
ahead and roll your damage.
No.
Smack it.
Arklay is angry.
Oh, no.
Yes.
7 points of damage. You club this thing over the head with a surprising amount of strength for a girl of your size, and it is a blunt weapon, but there's a good splatter of blood that comes off of its face as you club it across the head. All right, so is that your turn? You still have a little bit of movement left, I do believe. You only move 20 feet.
Yeah. She's got 10 feet, right?
Yeah, 10 feet remaining. It should be.
There.
Okay, you will incur an attack. Yeah, an attack of opportunity for that thing. 'Cause that thing
I
was,
know when I'm scared.
Yeah.
Because my
Oh, man.
luck can't last forever.
Yeah. Hold on, let me just tally that damage right quick. Okay.
Oh.
That's a 15 to hit.
Yep.
That hits.
Yep.
All right. So that thing makes a bite at you.
Oh my god.
That's
It's not happy.
that's 9 points of damage, along with 4 points of necrotic.
So here's the deal.
Uh-huh.
I hate to tell you this, but you just killed me.
What?
Not killed yet,
Was
but
that-
you
Or,
are.
not killed, but I have 8 points of.
You have 8 hit points. Yeah. So so Arklay is infected as well.
Wow.
So when they get dropped to 0, they're not dying.
They are dying unless the damage includes necrotic damage, in which case they're infected, which has the same
But is it the
properties of
I'm
dying,
confused.
but they don't make death saving throws.
So
And,
okay, so my stabilize still doesn't apply to that
your stabilize,
because
your stabilize cannot. Yeah, it can only apply to regular dying because it just makes them stop
got
doing saving throws. Yeah, you don't have to make saving throws at all. You just die immediately after 3 turns.
Run!
If you don't get treated.
I don't have another green.
My. So this took a turn for the worst. So -1.
Yeah. Well, you only get reduced to 0 in this system, so you're at 0 hit points and infected. Is there a doggy in the back?
But yeah, he was rummaging through my stuff.
Aw.
All right, so Arklay is infected. She has 5 feet of movement on her turn, and that's all she could do.
Good.
So yeah, that Cerberus took a
Fantastic.
chunk out of her leg, and she she is looking rough. All right, so is that Arkea's turn?
Yeah.
All right, so top of the round, you guys actually hear some more. You guys actually hear some more growling off in the distance. You get the sense that there are even more dogs underway. It sounds like there might be at least 10 or 12 of them. But they seem to be a good while out. But you definitely hear them starting to approach in the distance. All right, so top of the round, all of the Cerberuses are gonna try and go after their fleeing prey. This one here is going to make an attack roll. You are just untouchable. All right, so it goes for a bite, but it does not catch anything but fabric, and you manage to slip away pretty easily. All right, that's going to be its turn. It's Mike's turn, and he is back up and running thanks to a certain someone. He's going to run over to his daughter, and he's actually going to grab you and try and drag you along. So you are now sharing his movement. He gets half movement from this point on. So I'll say he can only get I'll say you can get there and he can get here. And that's going to be his turn, I do believe, because I'll take his action. So yeah. Next up, Katara. What are you doing?
Pulling out the knife.
All right. Got the knife in a hand, brandished.
And I think I'm going to move. Oh god. Wait, huh?
No?
How do I do that? How do you do the movement? Like,
while you're dragging your mini, press spacebar while you're dragging it.
Oh. Oh wait, why is that not doing that? Oh, there we go. Okay.
You have to press it again to make your points.
Oh.
Cool, huh?
Oh,
Yeah.
that's really cool.
Right.
Yeah, no, hold on. No, get off. Oh no. Well, I guess I think I'm going to go through and move up. Yeah, I want to move up here. So
All right.
just right there.
All right. And is that going to be your turn?
Yeah.
All right. Emil, you're up.
All right, so my stabilize can't get her movement speed back.
No, it will not.
Okay, if I treat minor wounds, I can get her HP, but she would still be infected.
Make a medicine check. Actually, in the interest of time, I'll actually just give you the information straight up, because this would be a bad thing to fail. You get the sense from your knowledge of infection. Yeah, there you go. You get the impression that she needs herbs, and anything else, any other healing medicinal equipment might cause more harm than good.
Okay. Even from treating.
Even from treating.
Okay.
It is a feature that you can get later on that you're in certain paths. I don't know if your path gets it, but
I don't think it does.
That you can clear infection with that ability.
All right, I'm gonna kick that dog again.
Oh no.
All right, you make a kick at that dog. This is a different dog, I do believe. That's an 11. That doesn't hit. You kick at it just to sort of keep it at bay, but don't do any sort of lasting damage.
All right. I am gonna. His movement speed is halved. I want to stay here so I can back them up, but I also want to keep moving.
All right.
Let me see.
What are you gonna do?
Actually, no. I'm gonna stay where I'm at because I don't want to get that. I don't want to get bit.
All right.
I want to stand between them and the dog as they're passing.
Well, hell, wait, no, yeah, that thing hasn't made an attack of opportunity yet. Yeah, so...
I'm going to stand between them and the dog as they're passing.
Okay. Sacrifice play. Is that your turn?
Yep. I'm pretty beefy.
This thing is going to move here, and it's going to make an attack against the detective.
I'm good.
Alright, that is an 11 to hit. Oh man, his armor class is weak sauce. That hits.
Oh no.
He's dead again.
Alright, he takes 6 points of damage, one of which is necrotic.
This is terrible.
Yeah, he's looking pretty rough. He's definitely in the danger zone at this point, which means his movement speed is halved. And even dragging,
my god.
Arklay.
No. Oh. This is terrible.
Alright,
How
so
did we get here?
that's going to be its turn. Arklay, your turn. The only thing you can do is, 5 feet of movement.
Oh.
But she's being carried, right?
She is being carried. I'll tell you what, I'll allow you to use your 5 feet of movement, but Mike Foster will go with you.
Okay.
That's not particularly how it works, but just in the interest of time, we'll allow it to happen. So you're essentially your movement, since this is the time you would be moving.
Together.
Yeah. All right, so I guess that's all you can do on your turn. Top of the round, this Cerberus is going to make another bite at Emil.
Come at me.
That's
Oh
an
no! Don't
natural
come at me.
20.
Oh,
Stop
no.
it. No! Don't come at me.
Oh no!
No. Oh no. God. Crazy.
That's going to be a 5, and and a 3. I'll say the necrotic doesn't double on crits, but so that's
it's still
8.
1 attack.
Yeah, it is still 1 attack, exactly.
Oh
So
boy.
you take 8 points of damage,
I do take
piercing
8 points of damage.
with 1 point of necrotic.
I'm in danger.
You're in danger. All right, your movement speed is also halved.
Oh my god.
And I take 2 points of fatigue.
Yep.
And I'm
Can
in
I
danger.
just ask what in the heck is happening?
We're dying by dogs.
We're about to
Yeah.
TPK in the first fight.
Yeah, this game is over already.
You guys get the sense that it would be a good time to start making haste. All right, so next up is Mike's turn.
We're just missing all of our attacks is all.
Yeah. So he's gonna take a dash action to move half of his movement. So dragging Arklay
Sounds like a full
along as
movement.
well. Yep. So he moves you guys up there.
Doesn't he get a full because he's dashing?
Well, let's see, because he's moving half speed because he's carrying Arklay, and then half speed because he's in danger. So dashing will get him half
danger,
of his
right.
movement.
I
Yeah.
forgot about danger.
Oh my god.
All right. So that's going to be Mike's turn. Well, actually, he didn't have to take an action to start dragging you this time, so he's going to take a couple of shots at the Cerberus below you. He's going to draw a block out of his shoulder holster and make an attack.
Nice. Please, Daddy, please.
That's an 11 to hit. Unfortunately, does not hit. He fires off a round and it catches dirt. He's busy dragging his daughter along in one hand.
This is over.
It's all your fault.
Yeah. Well, see,
This is what's supposed to happen too.
Well, see, the opportunity was to go get some data too, and that's failing.
To be fair, you haven't been hit yet, have you?
No, he's missing half his health
I
there.
have only 4 points of health left.
Oh, this is gonna end badly.
Yeah, this is total kill.
Are there any heals left between you guys?
No, I have 1. No, I have 2, but I'm gonna use them.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, no, I don't have any. Okay.
No. Also, don't forget about your chemical set features, which can be used at any time.
Oh. So technically, you do have heal.
I don't think it comes with chemical sets. I have heals, but
Lauren has all the heals right now. Yeah. Well, Lauren has a lot of heals, including your tool heals.
I only have 2 more. 1 tool heal and 1.
That's true. That's true. Yeah, I forgot. Level 1. All right. So, what's Katara doing?
Cry.
That's a good question. Oh man, like I just want to get to the house.
Yeah, you do. Are you familiar with your tools and your chemical tool features?
I am. Oh, I'm trying to find it right now.
So I'm pretty sure at tier 1, it should be on, let me see if I pull up the page number right quick. But you should have a few attacks and some utility as well that can blind enemies.
Oh.
Yeah, so it's on page, around page 90? 89 in the rulebook.
90. Oh, let's see.
Yeah, so as far as features that you could just do right now, you have Blinding Flash and Flame Spray. One of them's an attack. The other one is a blinding attack, or rather.
She can only use that if she has something
That's
to light
true.
it.
That's true. You can only use Yeah, you can only use the Blinding Flash if you have something to light it.
Yeah, see, that's the there's like nothing.
But you can use the Flame Spray without that.
I'm gonna go through and attempt Flame Spray then.
All right. So, what are you gonna attack?
It's the. Isn't that dog still like kind of diagonal from me?
That one?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can go for him.
One.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, go ahead and make a tool attack. The total bonus for that actually should be calculated at the bottom of your character sheet.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, just roll a d20 and add that bonus.
I almost typed in the wrong thing again. Oh, please, RNG gods. Please. Oh,
all right.
Thank you.
That is a success. Go ahead and roll your damage, which should be 1d10 flame damage.
Whoa, I thought that was the damage roll. Whoa.
So it's just 1d10.
Yep, 1d10.
Oh, well.
All right, that's a 5. Yeah, so you pull out this chemical spray out of your pocket and light it with a flint spark lighter as you spray it at the dog in front of you. It streaks forward in a burst of flame and lights it up. Yeah, that the dog's fur kind of catches fire and it's looking really rough. All right, so is that your turn? You still have your movement?
Oh, I still have my movement, don't I?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I want to move. I want to move up. Basically, my whole 30, like to mic.
Breathing into your mic again.
because I want to go up here.
All right. I'm gonna say because that thing. Yeah, we're getting some mouth breathing.
Yeah, you're breathing into your mic again.
She's a...
Yeah, I'm gonna say because that dog below you is so dazed from just getting lit on fire. It's not a usual experience in an infected animal's life. It's gonna forget to take its attack of opportunity against you, and you manage to slip by seamlessly. All right, so
we should make it so that if you attack something on your turn and then move out of it area, if you hit it, it can't attack of opportunity you.
Maybe I might write that in.
Because it's like
either way, Emil.
Yeah,
you're up.
Go.
I'm gonna heal myself.
You're gonna heal yourself.
He's just like, nope.
I'm gonna heal myself and I'm gonna run because I do not want to take half movement speed.
No, yeah. Okay, yeah. So you're getting your movement back. That's right.
I'm going to just treat minor wounds on myself.
You can't use that on yourself.
I was just wondering to see because it.
Yeah, it is a feature of the surgeon path to be able to do that on themselves.
Do I look around? Can I see if there's any more green herbs along this path?
Make a survival check. Now, do you have advantage on that, or does that come later?
No,
I think that comes later. Yeah.
Yeah. It's still level 1, man.
Yeah.
They don't got Jack.
All right, that's 13. I'll say you actually notice in that stump just to the side of you has some foliage around it, and what looks to be a green herb is beside it.
All right.
Oh no.
I'm gonna hit me with a first aid spray. I'm
all right.
Up to full.
Yeah, you're up to full. You don't even have to roll for it. That'll get you to full at the minimum it could do. It'll get you up to 3 times your health at the minimum it could do, actually. Almost exactly 3 times your health.
I'm gonna go grab that.
All right, I'll get rid of your red dot.
Thank you.
There you go.
So I get rid of my first aid, and then I'm going to. Wait, let me see how much movement that is.
That was 5 feet right there.
Right there to there, and then I'm gonna move.
All right, what's your...
There.
All right, so that's 30 feet.
Oh.
Oh wait, no, it was an action to apply the spray, so yeah, you don't have a dash action.
Yeah, I don't have it. I can't.
All right, so is that your turn?
That's my turn.
All right, next up, this doggy is gonna start giving chase. And thanks to new calculations, it actually gets within range of you.
New calculations.
Oh, it would have been able to hit me otherwise.
Is that?
Yes, it hits me.
All right, that's it. That hits.
Yeah.
Oh no.
All right, you take 6 points of damage, one of which is necrotic.
All right, I'm in caution.
All right. So you have disadvantage on mobility checks and saving throws, but you do not have any movement penalties yet. All right.
Yep.
Also, has Katara passed any health thresholds, by the way? It should say on your
I am
sheet.
In caution at the moment.
Okay, so you have the same penalty, disadvantage on mobility checks and saving throws. Let me just put that there as a reminder. Okay, yeah. So that's going to be that thing's turn. It is Arkea's turn. I will allow you to take do what you did before and take 5 feet with dragging essentially Mike along. All right, so top of the round. This you know, this dog's actually gonna kind of disappear into the foliage. Hold on.
Wait, is
Okay,
it the one that got set on fire?
Yeah, that was the one that got set on fire. So it's starting to retreat. It is actually on its dying legs. If that very well could have killed it. But all right. So yeah, it kind of disappears into the foliage. You guys don't actually see where it went off to. And that is going to be its turn. Alright, so Mike's turn is up next. He's gonna take a shot at the dog that was that took a bite at Emil. He keeps shooting, but he is actually still rather injured, and he's having trouble keeping his arm up.
Do you know how to use that?
This is just like, just keep moving, partner.
Oh.
All right, and then Katara, your turn.
Okay, I'm going to say I'm gonna move her basically over to the dog, like right here.
All right.
And I'm going to attack with the knife.
Okay. Go ahead and roll for attack.
Okay.
So that should be your it should be your strength, and you're not proficient because it's an edged weapon actually. So just strength.
Yeah. Okay. Strength. Oh dear.
Oh dear.
Alright, that's an 8 to hit. No, I'm afraid that doesn't hit. You take a swing at it, but it just dodges out of the way and stays low to the ground.
Okay.
Alright, so you still have some movement left, I do believe.
15. I move next to Emil to the left.
Alright, yeah, you're gonna move up there?
Yeah.
Yeah. And, yeah, I'm gonna say that one's, it dodges out of the way, but it's still pretty focused on dogging Emil. It's not gonna make an attack of opportunity against you.
Alright.
Emil, your turn's up.
I'm gonna use that herb I just found to bring Arklay out of...
Out of infected. Alright, you apply the
infected.
herb in the same way that you did to her father. Roll 2d4, plus 2. Alright, 5. Add 5 to your hit points, Arklay.
From what I hear, that's still more than half your health.
It is. Where is the plus button? Oh, there we go.
All right.
And then I am going to book it.
You're going to book it. All right. That dog is actually going to take an attack of opportunity against you. It's going to try and
Come at me.
bite.
Yeah.
And catches nothing. All right, you get
By
away
the way, Raph,
freely.
I'm in caution.
You're in caution? All right, good to know. Put a little yellow dot by your mini. All right. So now it's going to.
That's not what I wanted.
Okay, so that Cerberus's turn afterwards. It's gonna give you chase and try to make another attack.
Come at me.
No.
Oh no.
That's 21 to
Oh
hit.
no.
Oh.
It hits me twice.
Oh no.
Yeah.
No.
Take 5 points of damage.
Oh!
How close is it?
Raph, you don't want to know how close it is.
Are you in danger?
I'm in very much danger.
All right. All right. So that's going to be its turn.
Oh shit.
All right. Top of the round. The other Cerberus is still going to be in hiding. Actually.
Oh my god.
All right. It's going to be Mike's turn. All right. So seeing that you're better and seeing that you've been treated by the good doctor, he's going to go ahead and drop you.
Just drop me.
Yeah, he's going to, he could heal himself, but he's not going to do that. He's actually going to take a dash action to get back up to normal movement and start heading towards the cabin.
Okay.
All right, so that's going to be his turn, and next up is Katara. What are you doing?
Why is it pointing down that way? Stop it. Stop it. No.
Stop it.
No.
All right.
Well, I'm going to attempt to move up to, I'm going to move next to Mike.
All right.
Somebody needs to kill this dog.
Go right here.
Oh no.
All right.
Somebody needs to kill this dog.
I would.
I know you would. I know you would. I know deep down you really want to.
Okay.
Oh no.
Oh wait, I'm in danger.
Yes, you are in danger.
I'm gonna end my turn.
All right.
Oh,
Well, you didn't take any actions, so
I didn't
you.
take any actions. Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
you can't. If you want to keep moving, you can dash and get into the cabin.
Yeah.
If you take the dash action, you will make it there. I do believe. Oh yeah, you'll definitely make it there.
You know what? I wanna move to the dog.
Okay, you're gonna move to the dog.
I'm gonna move to the dog and I want to attack.
All right, make another melee attack.
I want to save you.
Please. For the love of God.
Someone help me.
For the love of
RNG
God.
gods, I love you. Do you hate me?
Oh my god!
Oh, you take a swing, but it moves out of the way. It's too slick for you. You weren't trained for this sort of combat.
Can you see these moves?
All right.
What moves?
You're laying down some whiffs. All right, Emil, you're up.
I'm gonna punch that dog because I that's the only thing I can do right now.
All right.
Please! Yes!
Oh,
yes!
it's a 22 to hit. Yeah, go ahead and roll your
Yes!
damage. So you're punching this dog. That's
Do it!
roll unarmed melee. That's 1d4 plus your strength. Oh, you sock that thing right over the head and just open up a new gash over its head, and that thing is looking dazed and disoriented and extremely rough. Its brains are exposed. Its rotted, decayed flesh, which was already pretty bad, is just hanging loose. All right, so is that your turn? You still have some movement.
Can I make it in? Alright, using these new rules.
I will say that thing is not going to take an attack of opportunity on you after that hit.
Hold on. I make it in.
All right, yeah. So Emil makes it into the door. All right,
Oh boy!
that's his turn.
I jump through the freaking door.
Yeah.
Or rather,
Next.
I fall through.
Next up, this Cerberus is going to. It's actually going to run over here. Attack of opportunity from Katara. You can make a melee attack if you want.
Oh yes, I want to.
Hit something this time.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna try.
I'm watching you through this door. I can see whether or not you're trying.
RNG gods,
You'll be judging.
help me.
It's a swing and a miss. That does not hit. And it's going to go ahead and make its attack against Detective Foster. Oh, that actually doesn't hit. Finally.
Yes.
So yeah,
thank
it
God.
tries to take a chunk out of him, and it does not catch anything. It actually catches the outside of his cloak, but his coat, but he manages to tear away. All right. So, let's see. That'll be Arkea's turn after that. Bringing up the rear.
So she wants to go to Mike's side.
Okay.
So she'll be there. She's gonna hit this dog.
All right. Here comes the aluminum baseball bat again. Make an attack roll.
That baseball bat is doing work.
That baseball bat has done some serious work.
Yo.
Oh, didn't work.
I really
Yeah.
Serious
Yeah,
work.
that's what
Roll
I'm
for
talking
damage.
about.
Wait, no. Sorry. So you take a swing and club this thing over the head, and this thing on death's door. In the words of a wiser GM than I, how do you want to do this?
Oh, she's just gonna double hand that bat and just bonk it over the head
All right. So you
several times.
You smash this thing over the head. It's the exposed brains from Emil's sucker punch still hanging out, and it just obliterates into this flurry of viscera all over the floor. And in a drunken rage from watching this thing tear your father figure Mike Foster apart, you just repeatedly bat this thing into the ground. And it is a part of the soil now. That Cerberus is no more.
Don't forget that thing tore me apart too.
Yeah. All right. So is that your turn? You still have some movement left.
No. She's just gonna stand there.
Just gonna stand there. All right.
Yep.
Let's see. That is Arkea's turn. So, top of the round. The Cerberus down here is gonna come out of hiding and start booking it actually towards the door, just completely ignoring the doctor, trying to get into this house, but that's as far as it can get. Let's see. Next up is Mike. He's going to go ahead and also make a dash towards the door to get his full movement. He makes it inside, no problem.
I ask him, give me that gun. You're no good with it. Give me it. Give me it really quick. I'm
All
army.
right.
I know how to use it.
So you make that point. Next up is Katara.
Fuck this. I'm going to the house. I'm
Yeah.
going to the house. I just want to go.
All right.
I just
All right, Arkea. I'm assuming you're going for the house as well.
Nope.
No.
What?
I'm gonna go beat this lieutenant.
All right. Make an attack roll.
That was almost very good.
It was almost really good, but no, you swing and you miss and you catch the soil beneath it. You still have some movement if you want to try and get away.
Okay.
You get the sense that this thing is going to tear you apart if you stick around.
Okay, so how much was that I used
I
already?
think that was like 15 or 10. 10?
You're
10.
Yeah, about 10 feet, so I'll say you have 20 feet of movement left.
Okay. Well, I tried so hard and came so far.
Mm-hmm.
You can make it inside with 20.
Yeah, you can. You can make it to the door. What are you doing? Are you running for it?
No.
All right. And with that, the thing is so intent on booking it for the door that it doesn't even notice you go
Doesn't
by.
care.
Yeah, it doesn't even care. But this thing is still going to be pursuing when it comes around at the top of the round, but it is too late. The team has made it, we'll say, all the way inside and slams the door
thank
behind
God.
them as that thing claws
thank
at
God.
the wood.
I want to take a shot at
All I wanted to do
And that
was take part in a talent show.
and with that, that's where we're gonna end our session tonight. So
Oh my God.
you guys got thrown into the fire.
Oh my God.
So yeah, that's gonna
Totally
close
not my
our
fault.
Oh my
That's
God.
gonna close out our session for tonight. We'll see how the party reacts to this whole situation come next session 2
17.
weeks from now. All right. So, how was that?
Intense and fun?
Yeah, exactly.
Before we
Yeah, go ahead.
before we end, could I just heal up really quick?
We'll get around to that next time. So we'll keep
Okay.
these stats as they are now. All right. So I had actually been keeping track of the chat a little bit periodically. There's actually some good activity in there. Hoyle had to duck out a little bit early, but I believe Sleepy Corey was the fellow who followed.
I do believe so.
Yes.
Yeah, I have reason to believe. So yeah, thank you very much for the follow, Sleepy. We hope you enjoyed that session. You actually, yeah, Sleepy Corey.
It's okay, Corey.
But yeah, well, this will be a sort of bi-weekly.
I'm gonna share that
event.
really quick.
And yeah, Doc was around for a little bit, and he'll be joining the party next time on Resident Roleplay. So
he's gonna have full health.
Yeah. So with that being the case,
share. There we go. I shared it. I'm gonna share that.
Oh, Lisa has been subscribed for 3 months in a row. Hot dang. You are our most loyal subscriber by far, and valuable party member, clearly, with a baseball bat. Also, I think Emil forgot about his encouragement. So,
I did.
Yeah, you could have added that to some attack rolls.
Attack, yeah.
Yeah, thank you very much, Lisa. Awesome.
You're
I will repay this subscription with good content and EXP. So, with that being said, we are going to go ahead and wind down tonight. I hope you all enjoyed this premiere episode of Resident Roleplay. This is the start of an ongoing campaign, and my first time personally
not
GMing
if
a
we
campaign.
play like this.
Campaign, yes, ongoing, we'll see.
Yeah. All right. So, with that being said, we're going to wind things down. Thank you all very much for watching, and we will see you guys next time. Peace. Squared.
Peace.
Have a good night. God bless.
Good night, sweet dreams, all the good things.
Bye.
Bye.